but they'll have to avoid the whammy as we talk about the most exciting game on television. It's time to press your luck. And here he is, the host moderator of Life is Like a Game Show, Harry Broadhurst.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Avoid the whammy, because he won't feel bad for you. Good evening, afternoon, whenever you happen to be listening, and welcome to Life is Like a Game Show. Press Your Luck, a presentation of AWP, American Whammy Productions, American AWP podcasts on Twitter and Twitch, I believe. And then still part of the W2M network on Facebook and YouTube for now. I'm your host. My name is Harry Broadhurst. Joining me, as per usual, he is the DSDO. He is the CEO of American Whammy Media. He is Eric Watkins.
I prefer HNIC, but always remember, Eating on Air is an American Whammy podcast gimmick exclusive.
Family show, Watkins. Come on.
I mean, take that up with the CEO of the company.
Speaking of,
If it were up to me, he would be going by his proper title, which is editor-in-chief of the network.
well, y'all need to give me the memos in order to tell me how to refer to you, mother. Anyways, the voice you just heard is the CEO of American Whammy Productions. He is Brian Espinoza.
Good evening, everyone. For the first and probably only time in the history of this show, will you actually probably see me in a shirt and tie for a podcast episode.
And the CFO of AWP, and our fourth man, he is Jonathan Nielsen.
Jonathan Nielsen will not be seen tonight.
Look alive, Jonathan.
What? Oh, there I go. Sorry. Harry froze for a moment.
No, you froze for us, buddy.
Yeah, I was live.
Blame me being on the wireless. Anyway, whammies are cute. Whammies are funny. That is unless they steal your money.
Leave the poems to the host, please.
Infringing on Harry Broadhurst is also a W2M
Jesus.
I'm just
American
waiting until I
Whammy
get
Productions.
I'm just waiting until I get interrupted.
5 minutes into the GD show.
5.5.
Yeah.
We appreciate everybody watching us live on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. It is greatly appreciated. In addition, the show will eventually come to all of your favorite audio places: iTunes, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Spreaker, Podbean, CastBox, Overcast. Rate and review us 5 stars on Spotify. Check us out on Google Pods, Apple Pods. We're also on Discord. Link in the show description below. I think that's all the plugs I have here. Gentlemen, I'm basically here, as I told you guys when we were having our production meeting for this, I'm basically here to rail check you some bitches. Because we've had this for this.
We're riding some good gauge tonight, by the way.
We had this conversation before that of the four of us, I am the casual game show enthusiast. Even though occasionally I have been known to surprise you guys with my knowledge in regards to certain shows and certain episodes. That being said, yes, I have you shooketh. It do be facts, though.
He ain't lying.
Anyways, my point being is that I have seen plenty of Press Your Luck. It used to be on Game Show Network on a regular basis. It still airs on Game Show Network on occasion, the old Tamarkin episodes. It still airs on Buzzer on occasion for the old Tamarkin episodes. However, I am nowhere near the encyclopedic knowledge that the three men above me, top left, and immediate left of me have.
The other way. Point the other way, Harry.
And
There you go.
point being, the point being is that, again, I'm here to keep things running smoothly. I will chime in as necessary. However, in order to give you the original rundown of everything, press your luck. I do believe we have a banner for this as well. We go to the non-credible academic resource. And with that, we go to Jonathan Nielsen.
Created by Bill Carruthers, as we spoke about last week with Second Chance, this was presented by Gentlemen with Drinks. I need a 4-person screen for this. I propose the first ever toast to the late, great Peter Tomarken.
Salute.
Sláinte.
Who we lost in an Angel Flight plane crash in 2006. Thank you. Peter Tomarken. Let's talk about him first. Born in Olean, upstate New York, yours truly's home state. Middle son of Barnett and Pearl Tamarkin, who owned Dee's Jewelry Store. Jewish family, members of Temple B'nai Israel. Relocated to Beverly Hills, California in the early 50s. Peter Tomarken, graduate of Beverly Hills High School and UCLA with a bachelor's in English. What's with English degrees and game show hosts lately? And cut his teeth on game shows first as a contestant in the 1960s on the one-season blunder, The Rebus Game.
Okay, time out. Because I raised this question in the chat here, and I'm genuinely curious here.
Bring him in.
I'm genuinely curious here. You said Rebus Game. I assume that's abbreviated for something, yes?
It is totally an ABC ripoff of a game called Concentration that you might have heard of.
Alex Trebek, the one where you picked matching prizes off of a board.
More like Hugh Downs' predecessor to the classic Concentration of Canadian Alex Trebek.
So not the version of Concentration I am familiar with.
Just add an extra row at the bottom and you pretty much got it.
Wait a minute. Hugh Downs is in the 2020 anchor?
We will discuss this in depth in a future episode. Trust us.
That will require more booze than I have on hand at the moment.
Very well. We now go back to the non-credible academic resource.
His first wife, Dana, whom he married, later served on the Beverly Hills Board of Education from 85 till 93. 3 children, Jason, and fraternal twin sisters, Alexis and Candace, who have been seen on an actual Press Your Luck episode. So, interestingly enough, Tamarkin's first job really in media was working on magazines such as Women's Wear Daily and Business Week in New York City in the late 60s before working in advertising agencies, and making appearances as a reporter in the 1978 film Heaven Can Wait, and as the character Ro in the Secret Empire portion of the NBC series Cliffhangers.
Not to be
there's
confused,
a lot of rabbit holes there.
Not to be confused with the Price is Right game of the same name.
Touche. I would even warrant that as monkey-worthy.
I'm going to X my own monkey here. Continue.
But his first show was also a one-season blunder. Because if you wanted to be a contestant on Hitman, gentlemen,
forget it.
13 weeks, January 3rd to April 1st of 83.
I just realized I was muted there, and my forget it didn't go through.
Also co-anchoring a news magazine show on Playboy TV called Playboy on the Scene. Apparently
yes, because Eric beat me to it. Hold on. Go ahead and give me the screen for a second. Yes, because if you were watching Playboy TV, you were watching it for its news magazine.
Eventually would come back, do Wipeout as well, the pilot for MOO in 1990, and that's all we'll say about that. Bunch of other things. Pilot of the successor, Whammy, the all-new Pressure Luck. More on that next week. And a lot of GSN specials. A documentary we also have to talk about in the future.
I sense chicanery afoot here, Espinoza.
Standards and Practices would like to correct you and point out that you are wrong on the schedule. That is in 2 weeks, sir.
Yeah, the all-new Whammy, the all-new Pressure Luck with Todd Newton is in 2 weeks. Next week is Michael Larson.
You, sir, are technically correct.
The best kind of correct.
So, the Tamarkins, Peter and his second wife, Kathleen, March 13th,
Wonder if she was
2006. Volunteers with Angel Flight West, nonprofit organization providing free air transportation to needy medical patients. En route to San Diego to pick up a cancer patient, needed transportation to UCLA Medical Center. Plane crashed. Charity and the Tamarkin children have since established a Tamarkin Heroes Fund in memory of the couple. You can find them today. Same plot, Hillside Memorial Park Cemetery, Culver City, California. Speaking of Culver City, California, that would ironically be enough where a certain 3-season wonder, hit game show, CBS staple, causer of many losses of nights of sleep for certain production individuals, 760 aired episodes, 1 unaired, number 500 specifically, for the Columbia Broadcasting System, CBS. Let's also give shout-outs to a couple of other individuals who had hands in this show. Which tab is it? Yes. Keith Mansfield. You know that nice, lovely intro you heard called Flash?
I was just about to ask who was the composer of the song.
Yep. Oh, that was an actual ripped, legit song.
Do 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 do.
Oh no. You're humming a certain bit from 1983 later, September of that year. September.
That's the one I remember.
By Robert Israel and the legend Lee Ringette, who did the main theme. The pilot theme is Flash by Keith Mansfield.
I would argue that the secondary theme is probably the more iconic one when it comes to the show, however.
Thing is that Flash would actually get its heyday coming back as part of a certain DVD home game released by Ludia.
Well, the same people that did the Price is Right home game as well.
Yeah, but the Price is Right one was a bit of a better quality. I mean, I am no modern programming expert, but I could say I can do better than that silverware. Thank you.
You know.
More on that later.
It's kind of funny you should mention that.
Oh, let's go to 4-person screen for a moment then. Was that a segue?
No, it is not. Because I forgot to do this wonderful thing called plug-in buzzers.
You need a set of buzzers. I got those in here somewhere.
I've got a pair out here. I just need to kind of go off a four-man screen for a moment.
Ah, fair enough. So you had the voice talents of Rod Roddy, Charlie O'Donnell, as well as a couple other sub-announcers over time.
To our casual game show enthusiast listeners, such as myself here, you'll recognize the name Charlie O'Donnell as the voice of Wheel of Fortune currently.
A small correction. Up until his recent passing.
Yes, he's. I think the new guy's name is Sam. I think.
Yes, I think you are correct there.
But continue.
Also, John Harlan is a fill-in announcer. And they did get shout-outs and did even get airtime, which is unusual for a host of that era. There's also another person we have to talk about. We'll talk about them in 3 weeks. Elizabeth Banks, the most current host of the show.
Jim Thornton.
Jim Thornton, yeah, there we go. The other 2 voices you would hear are Bill Carruthers himself, the voice of the Whammy, and Neil Ross also provided some assistance in that variety. So with that, we get to,
I've come to take your dough.
We get to me being interrupted, which is also a
AWP gimmick exclusive.
All right, if you want to interrupt me, go ahead. Tell them how the game's played. Mr. Watkins, take it away.
Whoa, I didn't interrupt you. I was just making sure we had the right gimmick exclusive.
That was actually your host moderator that did that. I was voicing a whammy for edification in regards to the speech that you were portraying.
Regardless, I am choosing to pass my spins. More from the non-academic credibles later on in the show.
All right, well, gameplay description's actually relatively easy here. Why don't we go back 4 wide? The gameplay description's actually relatively simple here. So you guys talked about Second Chance last week. I was unable to participate. Technical difficulties abounded. However, gameplay was very similar to Second Chance with one major exception. A buzz-in answer to the question that Tamarkin would ask. If you buzzed in and correctly answered Tamarkin's question, you then received 3 spins on the big board. You were then given a set of 3 multiple choice answers. The answer that was guessed, and then 2 other answers, be they accurate or completely malarkey. The other 2 contestants were then allowed to choose one of those 3 answers, and if they were correct, it was worth 1 spin on the big board. Spins played out immediately following the rounds, 3 questions per round, sometimes 4.
Also, as a side note, if no one buzzed in time, 3 multiple choice answers were given by Peter Tomarken.
All worth 1 spin.
Correct.
So,
same gameplay, real quick, same gameplay for both the first and second round. The difference between the 2 rounds comes on the big board, where the prize values in the second round are significantly higher, but also come with an increased amount of whammies as well.
An increased number of spins to further enhance the threat of the whammy. So, speaking of the question round, I have only, in all of my research, looking through the entire episode guide, shout outs to the episode guide producers. You've saved me a freaking ton of research here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Episode 120. As we lost Mr. Espinosa due to technical difficulties. Don't!
I'm sensing that's a gimmick up there.
That is probably a gimmick of some sorts. The episode 120.
I'm being told that it is actual legit technical difficulties. And also, it's a homer because the pitcher just said, "Don't!" Continue.
Mr. Watkins, would you be able to clip up the clip?
Pulling up.
And show us the example of a very well-played question round. I believe this is the first time in the show's run where this did happen.
Right. And
Stalling for time. We're stalling for time. Tamarkin does. Wait, hold on. Sorry. Pause for a second. And thank you, Peter. I appreciate you introducing me there. Much obliged, sir. Did you just see the look on Tamarkin's face when you had that clip paused right there, Eric? Was that a Barker is not impressed look or what?
Your time index to go back to would be just go back 3 seconds.
Just
12:37.
Just take a look at the look on Tamarkin's face. Is that not Barker is not impressed?
That is Tamarkin going from contestant introduction mode to about to read the first question mode.
No, that's Tamarkin looking like, I can't believe y'all are that stupid. Continue, play the clip.
These ain't stupid contestants.
Norma Kamali, Perry Ellis, and Ralph Lauren are three
designers.
3 of the better-known names in the field of what? Kay says designers is the correct answer. Designers, fashion, or painting? Lee?
Fashion.
Fashion, says Lee. Let's go to Andres.
Definitely fashion.
Fashion, says Andres. Well, these people are all fashion designers. I got to go to the judges. They're all right. We'll give them all to you. Absolutely right. Kay goes
Only
to...
time I believe he's ever had a call to the
Kay,
judges.
you buzzed in?
I buzzed in.
You buzzed in, so you go to 6. Lee goes to 4, and Andres goes to 3. A little confusion on my part, but it's not hard to confuse me. Here we go with the last question.
Cut the clip.
Before it becomes another memory, along...
Huh.
Yeah, so a little goof on a question there.
So,
Not the most famous goof on a question, though.
hypothetically speaking, since I said clothing designers, I gave 2 of the top 3 answers on the board.
Wrong show.
Watkins' face palm was better.
True. I didn't want to smudge my glasses. I got a lot of stuff to read on my screens here in research.
All right, back to you, Jonathan.
There is a more famous question blooper. And someone had to phone in the correction. Eric, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm segueing to.
Oh boy.
I have a hypothetical question for you here.
The episode number is 449. Go ahead.
Not an actual I've got a question because I don't know if I'm going to do one of those tonight or not. We'll see how the show goes. The actual question that I have for you is, did Tamarkin ever pull a password situation where he accidentally gave away the answer to a question?
Not to my knowledge. If it had happened, it was probably something that was re-recorded. And then
Portions of this broadcast have been edited in order to...
More on that later, by the way. Yeah, there's one of those coming later in the episode dive.
Are you referring to the family show conversation that we just had earlier on Discord?
Oh,
that's coming too, though.
Not Mr. Swear Like a Sailor Jim Hess. He has been mentioned. Enough said.
Clips available on YouTube if you want to go looking for it yourself. This is a family show.
Eric, you got the Mel Blanc calling queued.
This could be Bud Grant, the head of...
Bud Grant, the head of CBS. Ugh.
Yes, who's this, please? This is Press Your Luck. Do you have the right number?
Yeah, this is Sylvester.
Sylvester?
Yeah, certainly it's Sylvester. Suffering succotash. Anybody knows that?
Well, I thought it was Daffy Duck that had used that expression.
No, Daffy Duck steals from me all the time. And I said succotash because that's a delicious beans and corn together.
Yeah, one of my favorite dishes.
Delicious.
Well, I hope we didn't offend any of the other characters and people that you work with.
Oh, no, they're all here. They're all listening to what I have to say.
Oh, who's there with you?
Oh, there's all kinds of people here. Here's little Speedy Gonzalez. You know him, that little Mexican fellow that says, "Hey, my name is Speedy Gonzalez. Best mouse on me, so I think this way we can get to the mess.
I do remember him, yes.
Certainly you do.
What, do you have a kind of a party or reunion or what?
Oh, they're always with me. I don't know. I can't get rid of them.
I'm glad you called because we we wouldn't want to do something on the show that was wrong. And
no, you're always right. Everybody knows that. You're always okay.
Well, I appreciate that.
You know what you should have done? You should have called my office.
Next time we'll call your office when we have any of these kinds of questions, and please accept our apologies, and we will give all these players another chance.
Well, that's okay. Even my wife still knows it's me that's suffering succotash.
Well, I appreciate that, Sylvester, and I wish you good luck in some respects in all your endeavors, except of course getting Tweety Bird. And once again, I thank you for calling, and we will definitely call your office when we have any one of these situations happen again.
Oh, there's one guy that wants to say goodbye to you.
Oh, okay.
Come on over here. Yeah, you will. So long, Pete. So long, City, Columbia, Broad. So long, that's all, folks.
Thanks a lot. Goodbye, Borgie.
Bye-bye.
Wow, the whole gang called us. Well, we're going to have all of these people give them another chance, and we'll do that. Until next time, tune in tomorrow for another edition of Looney Tunes. Until then, this is Peter Tomarken saying thanks for pressing your luck. Bye-bye.
Brian Espinoza will once again be seen tonight.
Pepsi for podcasts?
What happened, Docs?
We had some technical difficulties. They've been fixed.
I was more specifically referring to the reason that Mel Blanc called in.
Oh, they asked a question
About Sylvester.
on suffering succotash. They said, which character said the line suffering succotash? And the players said Porky Pig, the players said Sylvester, which was correct, but the show ruled it as Porky Pig being correct and said that Sylvester was wrong.
No.
So they denied the spins or did I get it backwards?
That was the third choice. They said Daffy Duck was correct. Thus the intro to the clip that you missed because you're away. We're dealing with the technical difficulties.
They shouldn't have taken that left at Albuquerque.
Either way, it was a Looney Tunes question that was not researched properly.
Unlike this show tonight.
Which portions affecting the outcome of the game have been edited for broadcast.
Already aired that while you were away.
I saw it. I've been here the whole time. I was just dealing with technical difficulties.
Well, out of sight, out of mind. We don't mind. You don't matter.
Also, you ruined my joke because I said portions affecting the outcome of the game. There was a subtle nuance there, sir.
There was.
I'm about as subtle as a truck.
I was going to say, you're about as subtle as a cow going through the side of a barn door in a tornado.
I'm about as subtle as a Toronto Maple Leaf Game 5.
Oh, Canada.
That's
dramatic reverb moment.
I wasn't going to
reverb moment, not a monkey.
I wasn't going to play dirty pool. I was going to keep this professional. And you know what? I'm going to be the better person and I'm going to keep it professional. But don't worry. I have some wonderful news for you after the show, though.
I just want a glorious overtime Game 7.
I'm pretty sure I've been fired by AWP. I lasted one night. See you, folks.
So, hashtag rail check.
The CEO of American Whammy Production.
Yeah, let's
which American Whammy Podcast is a subsidiary of.
Let's get back to the show.
Not confirm or deny that Mr. Broadhurst is still regularly employed by this organization.
So I'll take Harry's job of getting us back on the rails.
Yes, go ahead, Jonathan.
As we go from the first question round to the first spin round, at first that top dollar amount oscillated between $750, $1,000, and $1,250. That did not last long, and the $750 would promptly become the $1,500 we would all know and love. The order in which spins would be played, starting with the person with the least amount of spins to the most amount of spins. And if there was a tie, you'd start with the player on the left, unlike the pilot of Second Chance. Left to right. That's how we read, people. So, speaking of that first spin round, top dollar value $1,500. Occasionally, you'll get a prize that's bigger than that. There is one prize that was less than that. A very elusive prize that would be won only on a very small handful of occasions, because you had high likelihood in round 2 of hitting a whammy and losing that round 1 prize. So while I find the clip in the list from episode 410, courtesy of the great company Janus Imports, ladies and gentlemen, the illustrious tones of the one and only Rod Roddy. Clip, please.
Peter, Tracy, you won a Flocati rug from Janus Imports. This all-wool rug can be used as a wall hanging or a bed throw, or before your fireplace, or to add warmth and beauty to your home. A Flocati rug by Janus Imports. And Tracy, you won a trip to Puerto Vallarta. We'll fly 2 of you round-trip coach from Los Angeles to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico for a 6-night stay, a modified American plan at the Los Tules Hotel, Private Club and Resort. Air-conditioned gourmet restaurant, swimming pool set on 64 acres of lush tropical beachfront and Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, the Los Tules Hotel. Those prices totaling $1,737, combined with the $12,500 in cash you won today and the $30,856 in cash and prizes you won previously, gives you a grand total, Tracy, of $45,093. Congratulations!
But wait a minute, Rod, most important, the heck with the $45,000.
What is it, Peter?
You know what this woman has won, Rod?
A Flocati
A
rug.
Flocati rug, ladies and
Fabulous
gentlemen.
thing.
Unbelievable, Rod. A Flocati rug. Tracy, do you have any idea what you've won? I mean, when you get it, would you take a picture of it and send it back to us?
Yeah, I need
I think
one.
there's-
I've been looking for one of those for years.
I know. I think there's only one in North America. But you'll be back next time and you can tell us all about it. Helen and Marty, you will not be leaving empty-handed. I thank you for being with us. Until next time, this is Peter Tomarken saying thanks for President-Elect. Bye-bye.
Okay, I have to ask, what's the significance?
Gentlemen, this one's all yours.
You're posturing. You go. I
Brian
see the
wants
look on your face.
Brian wants it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we call in the game show industry a gag prize.
It was the trope namer of gag prizes on the website tvtropes.com. This is in league with the Wheel of Fortune Ceramic Dalmatian. Continue.
Okay, so hold on a second here. Time out. Flag on the flag. Is this basically the press your luck version of a zonk?
Ish.
Did somebody call for a flag on the play?
Yes, he did.
Penalty is declined.
Yeah, so this was effectively the gag prize of pressure luck, right? Something cheap, something that nobody knew what the hell it was, and was essentially a board space filler.
Aha!
They never really expected to give away a Flocati rug. Honestly, they never really expected to give away any of the prizes that they offer in round 1. I mean, well, I'm sure we're going to get into this a little bit more in a few moments here as we talk about the gameplay and whatnot. But there's a 1 in 6 chance, statistically speaking, that you hit a whammy in this game. There's no way you're going to win the game without whammying out with your stuff from round 1 and win.
Unless-
So a lot of the stuff from round 1 were gag prizes. And a Flocati rug was one of those things that was just so far out there of what the Hellsville that it's like a Flocati rug? You want a Flocati rug? Well, okay, congratulations. You want a Flocati rug.
Okay.
See 80s definition of meme.
All right, if I can, allow me to try to make sense of this. There's a particular reason that Flocati sounds like Fugatti.
I don't think there's a connection there. No.
Fugatti, Fugazi, take your pick on the pronunciation thereof.
You might be stretching it a little too far thin there, Harry. That's like paper thin. I'm not going to give a third X because a third X means we have to give you a Bob Barker is not amused, but a little thin there, Harry.
I wasn't attempting to be funny with that. I was genuinely trying to make the comparison there.
No, I get it. I'm just saying. I don't think that's a compare. I don't think that is the comparison to be made.
Very well.
I think John's comparison of the Wheel of Fortune ceramic Dalmatian is more on point.
It is a greater equivalency.
I don't remember
the Flocati rug and the ceramic Dalmatian.
I don't remember the ceramic Dalmatian either.
So, do you remember?
Watch some Chuck Wheel at some point, sir.
Yeah, I was going to say Chuck Woolery.
I've never seen an episode of Chuck Woolery Wheel of Fortune.
Homework.
Yeah. Like
We're
I don't have
hashtag homework at some point here.
Like I don't have enough to do for next week's episode.
This is a long-term assignment. Very long-term assignment, sir.
We'll be lucky if we cover Wheel of Fortune this year.
True story.
Anywho, you're not funny, Watkins, just so you know.
He's very funny. That's why he's the editor-in-chief.
Go ahead, Jonathan. Continue.
Do you want to talk about some other prizes or just cite an episode reference and move on? This is an optional clip.
You know what? Let's move on. We're doing pretty good on pacing. I think it's a good idea to move on.
Very well. I will just say that this is one of your top one day. It may be the second highest one-day champ in the show's run. It comes from episode 173, and it is a long, like 2-minute plus Roddy prize read of doom. 33K win in one day. And you're over the 25K winnings record, and you're one and done as a champ.
33K in one day and only second. I wonder who the all-time champion is.
Yeah, we're getting to that.
More on that next week.
Delayed segue.
So
deep tease.
So after your first spin round, you went back to the questions. Then you went back to a spin round where the board just suddenly got way more expensive. As I hear Brian has something loaded. Ah, yes, my pride and it loaded yellow for 3K and 4K. Yeah, the colors randomized.
It's been doing that a lot lately.
Allow me to add a miniature sound effect of my own here. Do.
Hold on, we can fix that. Please hold.
Oh, do we have the actual sound effect of the spinning?
Oh, you're damn right we do.
Of course we do.
You want board sound 1, 2, or 3, sir?
2.
I think 2 is actually what I coded.
So I figured out what that button was. These aren't labeled.
No, they're not. Hey, somebody just got a spin. Uh-oh, that's past spins. That's buzzing. That's nobody answered and we're going to multiple choice. That's a second chance cue. That's not supposed to be here this week. Somebody's got a whammy.
That's definitely
really
a
just got a
whammy
whammy.
cue. That's definitely a whammy cue.
That's a
There
board
it is.
motion. Oh,
I
we actually each have 12 spins here.
What? I don't get to play? What kind of bullshit is this?
You said
You're
you wanted to be
Tamarkin.
Peter Tomarken.
Not when it comes to playing the game, I don't.
Hey, he's the host. He's the host. He gets one spin.
And stop.
$2,000.
All right, I'll take it.
Beat that 900 that we that two people got on Second Chance board last week.
Yeah, but this is also probably a second round wheel, so I'm sure you guys are second round big board, so I'm sure you guys are going to end up passing me at some point here.
John, would you like to talk about the features of the board here as I advance us into 1Q?
First question round. So this was custom programmed in Visual Basic 6. Again, shout outs to the great Elliot Schiff who did all the graphics for the board. And we might have stolen some other resources of other programmers before us for the contestant island.
May I chime in for a quick second here?
Sure.
Mr. Espinosa, would this be an appropriate time to show your numbering of the squares as well?
Not yet, no.
Okay. We'll get back to that a little bit later.
That's going to be more of a next week when we go into the mechanics and the Achilles heel of this board at
Thanks, Eric.
During the first 180 some odd episodes.
Let's just say there's a reason why this little box right here that my cursor is going around.
You want to talk about features? Go ahead. Leave that on there. Here's a little behind the scenes extra for you guys that are watching this in our live debut.
I'm trying to, I can't.
We are in the first question round.
I can do this. Yeah.
There is a pattern selector. We'll talk about that next week.
For best results, if you're watching on video, you probably want a full screen here.
I literally just did that with my computer as well, so I could see everything, so I could tell the people at home that maybe haven't done so what they're seeing.
We can modify the shuffling speed and frequency of the board. We can
you mean we can literally modify any data input at all whatsoever in this thing?
I mean,
the only thing we don't have yet is a true random, but I am in the process of getting that added in. You have no idea how hard true randomness is in program. Oh my goodness.
Although apparently we are violating the rules of AWP in the process of showing you all this.
No, we're not.
Do not project up in the top corner.
Oh, I thought you were referring to the company's no code on stream policy. I was going to say, hi,
we don't show the code
of the company.
The thing itself is saying do not project, which we are currently doing.
Yeah, when we're actually in a live convention environment, that's not supposed to be on.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. In case I have to train a new operator on the fly, which has happened in years past. So we're in a question round. So the controls are for question round in the bottom left. So if you will start the timer, the lights on the top of the three buzzers that you do not see right now, unless Brian changes his camera, will all light up to indicate to our live on stage contestants that they are enabled, and ready to receive somebody to buzz in. Like I'm going to buzz in right now.
I need to start timer.
You do need to start timer, but start timer should have turned them on.
Yeah. And you are buzzer number. That's one. You're in the second.
I did not
spot,
expect us to do a question demo of the software on air like this. All right. Let's say I'm going to answer correct. Everybody else is going to follow me in suit. We're all going to get some spins.
I think
we hit the correct button as we're answering because the operator can do that because he knows everything behind the scenes.
And as we lose John for a moment there as he freezes, go ahead and hit award spins. You'll hear some
Eric goes
dings.
to 1, John goes to 3, and Brian goes to 1 as I lose my Wi-Fi signal.
And we do this 4 times.
Let's have Eric buzz in here.
You're buzzing in.
Okay.
We have a manual data editor.
He's wrong this time. But
Rude.
you and Eric get it correct.
So I hit the wrong button for John. 2 corrects for us. And Ward spins.
Eric goes 2. I stay at 3. Brian goes to 2.
Now, I'm going to move this off of here real quick because we do have this lovely thing that we have implemented in our show, kind of as a gag question, but it's absolutely hilarious, from the original show. So
From 1984, may this feature actually work.
Yeah, I was going to say, I hope this is fixed.
Glamour magazine conducted the research for this question. Out of every 5 people who buy or rent X-rated video cassettes, how many are women?
1.
Is the correct answer 1, 3, or 5? Eric?
I'm going to say 1.
I'm going to say 3. Brian?
I know the answer. I'm not going to spoil it, and I'm playing host for Harry, so
fair.
I'm awarding my spins to Brian, regardless of what happens.
I mean, yeah, that's what I was going to do, but yeah.
Okay.
Hit the video answer button on there.
I know how to work the program. I co-developed it.
Of every 5 X-rated renters, 3 are women.
And now we get the video. Oh, I'm going to talk about this episode later.
I have not found those women yet.
That episode, by the way, features the 2nd largest whammy loss in the show run history. Over 30,000 from that player in the middle.
You have to give John a spin, unfortunately.
I mean, I have to give us all spins. But, yeah, no.
No, you were wrong.
Me and Eric were wrong.
Eric was wrong.
The 80s were a different time. What can I say?
I know
that. That's exactly what I say.
I know. I
All
sure.
right, so at the end of the first question round, we got Eric with 2 spins, John with 6 spins.
Isn't that my job?
Oh, yeah. Well, go ahead and do it then.
Thank you.
Let's see how well you can host an impromptu production of Pressure Luck.
All right, very well then. We've finally reached the end of the first question round. Going to the big board here. Eric will have 2 spins. Brian will have 2 spins. And John will go last with 6 big spins. We'll see what happens when we come back from this break, because it's time for them to press their luck.
Oh, God.
Wait.
Sir, square 5.
There it is.
Square 5.
There it is, boys and girls. Flocati Rug.
This program pulls its prizes randomly from an assortment we have gathered from the original show run. We have been blessed with the Flocati Rug in square 5 of the board today.
And we are back from the commercial here. It's time for our first spin of the big board. Gentlemen, are you ready to get your spins in here?
We're actually going to play a legit game. All right, let's for purposes of I know things, Brian, please select the full 32 option at this time. Thank you. I can no longer cheat this system.
All right. Can we go back to the...
I was actually putting that on screen so you can see that it actually has been selected.
Wait a minute. I saw a look from Eric's face. Can you cut to the 4-person for a moment? You're damn right I did that to you. We're now on even field, gentlemen.
Do you remember the meme that I sent you before, Jonathan? I feel like that applies
because
here.
I don't like I these buzzers are awkward to hold. I'm going to manually stop these buttons. I'm going to manually stop the board because, as you can see here, we do have a manual. We have a start board and we have a manual stop in the event that the buzzers do not work properly.
So basically, when you're ready to stop the board, you'll just say stop here. If you could not cover the game board, however, that would be
but I'm just saying I'm going to be using that button instead.
And Feel free when we get to the second spin round to mess with some of the other crazy settings.
We will go from left to right in terms of our contestants that are tied. So, Mr. Watkins, that means you will lead us off here in the first round. You have 2 spins, and nobody has any money right now, so you have to take the first spin at least here. Let's see what happens here. You can immediately pass your spins.
Yes.
Yes.
I did not.
In the situation where you have a metric fuck ton of spins and somebody's got 3 whammies coming in round 2, it may be advantageous to do and to dick them over. More on that later on Notable Contestants.
We have actually had in our convention reproductions, we have had that happen once.
And only once.
I was actually unaware that was a viable option, but good to know. All right, you ready to spin, Mr. Watkins? Because I'm assuming you're actually going to.
I got 2 spins. I got to make them count. I'm ready.
All right. Let's see what you get here.
And
you actually have to say stop, Watkins.
I did. I said stop.
I'm sorry. I heard a stut. I didn't hear the full stop.
Yeah, he cut out. He cut out for me as well.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. $525, Eric.
Would you like to keep the $525? Hold on. This is standards and practices speaking.
Oh, okay.
Eric, would you like to keep the $525, or would you like me to give you your spin back?
I'd keep the money.
Take money and run.
I'm gonna keep the $525.
Okay.
That song's going to be stuck in my head the rest of this episode now, Nielsen. Thanks for that.
By the way, just as a note, if he wanted to take the spin back, I just go here. These boxes up top mirror the same as they do at the bottom. So I would have typed in 525 here.
Got rid of
the minus button, brought him to 0. And then clicked that, and that would have given him an additional spin as you see it updating in real time. But since he kept his money, I give him his money back by hitting the plus button, take away his spin, and I'm going to hit activate.
You want to put a 0 back in that box. You never want to leave those boxes emptied as the programmer here.
I'm pretty sure he did.
I'm going to activate player just for good measure.
Always a good idea.
And
Harry, right. I give it back to you.
Thank you very much. Standards and practices, much obliged. Eric, you have $525 and 1 spin remaining. You can either take that spin or you can pass it on to the next person. Since nobody else has any money, the spins would go to the person to your immediate right, and that would be John.
Wrong. That's a 3 strikes. Bob Barker's not amused.
We literally
CBS stereo sound, no less.
So it goes to the person with the least amount of spins?
No, in the event of a tie, they can choose to whom they wish to pass the spins to.
To whom? Correct grammar, even. Also, note the other oddball space on that board, the 470, directly under the 525.
Regardless, what would you like to do with the spin, Eric?
Go ahead and press my luck.
All right, let's go ahead and cue up the soundboard again here.
And stop.
Go back 2 spaces to $1,500.
Big bucks! Big bucks!
No whammies for Watkins here, $2,025. That is a very good first round score. We now move over to Brian Espinoza.
I gotta go, Harry. I'm gonna press my luck.
Let's start up the board. Here we go.
Come on, big bucks, no whammies, big bucks, no whammies, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, whammy, stay home and stop.
Yes. Are the videos enabled?
I've come to take your dough.
Well.
Okay, we're gonna have to trigger this manually because we ain't got time to fix that. I ain't got nobody. I lose a spin. Oh, it updated anyway. Okay.
Now,
yeah.
I'm good. One whammy, no money, not a good place to be. I'm gonna go, Harry.
Okay, can I ask a question? Where is your whammy marker at?
So there are whammy markers, yes. There's also custom videos that we edit for the convention use that will pop up here.
Okay.
The program had some issues because of visual, but don't look at fail grammar. It's not his fault. There were some issues recently because Visual Basic had to be reinstalled onto this computer. And because of that, it has messed up all video timings in the software. Most of them have been fixed. The whammies still seem to be giving us some issues.
See if this quick fix works, Brian. I'm going to send you some code for the infamous VB6 immediate window.
Code on screen. Thank you.
Yeah, I was about to say, you might want to pull that off the screen here. All right, so we take a quick hiatus here to let everybody know that you are listening to Life is Like a Game Show. Press Your Luck, the Peter Tomarken era.
You're going to hear a lot of beeps and boops in the background here. That's normal.
A presentation of American Whammy Productions. I'm your host, moderator of sorts, in shorts. My name is Harry Broadhurst. Joining us as per usual, Eric Watkins, Brian Espinoza, and Jonathan Nielsen. You are currently checking out a recreation of the classic Tamarkin era game board of Press Your Luck. Technical difficulties aside. In addition, you can find us on all of your favorite audio and video platforms below.
Would you like a programmer's assistance in fixing the technical difficulties?
So I can still code, damn it.
Remember.
Oh, yeah. If you have any issues with us having these issues, by all means, feel free to send all comments, complaints, and hate mail to s.garmer@gmail.com. Thank you, Eric. Much obliged.
Whoa! Reread that, sir.
S.garmer@AmericanWhammy.com.
He got a new email? What?
He's corporate now.
Son of a bitch!
Yeah, he got
promoted.
His inbox got promoted.
I'm getting fired after this episode anyway, so it's not going to matter.
Hey, it's a new email address. I can tell you some stuff there.
Compliments, suggestions, complaints, and hate mail to s.garmer@AmericanWhammy.com. All sponsorship inquiries to podcasts@AmericanWhammy.com. That one I knew. You can also consult the Andesian on Twitter for that.
Podcasts@AmericanWhammy.com.
Yeah.
Again, we corporate now. That's the only way, because we corporate now.
Eric, can you pull up a clip of the first notable contestant in showrun history from episode 9? And we'll just let him introduce himself with the first one.
We will continue our gameplay after this brief intermission. We have no whammy queue. It's okay.
I'm Randy West, originally from New York City. I work with radio stations across the country and helping them produce special programs. Today is my birthday. Turned the ripe old age of 30. I can no longer be trusted.
Happy birthday, thank you. Let's see if this birthday brings you some good luck on Press Your Luck.
I hope so.
All right, let's meet Pam.
Hi.
What if I wanted to meet Pam?
Too bad. Randy West, the famous game show announcer.
Randy, no dollars, but you've got 3 spins left. You can do a lot with 3 spins. You saw what you did with 1.
Here is the coin of a phrase.
You know it.
Of course. Here we go.
All right. No more whammies. No more whammies. Some big bucks. Stop.
$7,000. That's pretty good size bucks, Randy. That gives you 1,000 third place. You've got 2 spins left. You want to press your luck or pass?
Now press my luck.
All right, here we go.
Big bucks. Big bucks. Stop.
Stop it. Uh-oh. When you get home,
I like
then
him
you'll
late.
find your grass cut.
Pause
No
for a
dollars,
second, Eric.
one spin, 2 whammies. You want to be careful.
I will say I do appreciate the increased production values in later years, where you would see the little money clippings fly out of the back of the lawnmower. I always thought that was funny.
Very nice extra touch right there.
But you've got one spin left to try to pick up some dollars. One spin, you can pick up 5,000.
Okay.
You want to go for it?
I'm ready.
Here we go.
I'm ready. This is the big one. Stop.
Stop at $2,250. One spin, Randy. You're back in first place.
Right.
$2,250. We're now going to go over to Maggie.
And
to steal a line from Jonathan Nielsen here, go with the best. Go with Randy West.
Go with the best, Randy West. It's his slogan, man. And upon conference, we just came up with a unfortunate side effect of the fact that this program is built for a live studio audience and not a live virtual audience. Brian, if you can explain the legal side as Mr. Legal Man.
We done.
Where is I got to steal something from another thing here. Eric, your microphone is jaked to hell.
that's because I keep moving.
So the clips that we use for our whammies, I just realized as I was fixing the code here. That's copyrighted video that will definitely get us in trouble if we play it on the YouTube and whatnot. So yeah, we cannot play the whammies on air.
Nope.
So in order to avoid us getting in trouble, we have disabled the whammies entirely. Because I got them fixed and I realized, oh, wait a minute, it's going to probably play like My Little Pony or something because these are the kind of whammies we use at conventions.
And the fact that friendship is magic.
Yeah. Shows you how long we've been doing this for.
Yeah, we got all sorts. We got Pokemon, we got My Little Pony, we got JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Futurama. Like, we actually have all over the place.
We have actual original Pressure Luck clips in there, too, for... when we get the loyal friends and true. So
unfortunately, those are not the whammies that got loaded on this startup, and it would take me too long to go in and change them.
Go ahead and
so no whammies at all for this gameplay.
So we do not have the whammy animations, but we will keep track of who has how many whammies and if they whammy out.
I can do that manually. You have one whammy and one spin, Brian, as we return to the game board.
Because the little whammy pop-up cards are tied to the video animation in Visual Basic. So if the video doesn't play, the little whammy pop-up card doesn't come up. And as much as we would like to try to fix that on the fly here, the code is not being very nice about it.
And that is such an integral part, I can't disable it.
All right, so let's go ahead and go back 4 wide here. And Eric, if I could have the screen for a second.
So as we kill all of our banners.
Written whammy count.
On a napkin.
Using a Sharpie.
Hey, napkin math has done some wondrous things over the years. Napkin programming, not so much.
You work with what you have. Brian, you have no dollars and one whammy and one spin.
I gotta go. I gotta go. Even Michael Larson hit one whammy. I gotta go.
All right. Fired up.
All right, come on. Big bucks, big bucks. We got the whammy out of the way. Whammies out of the way. Whammy, stay home. No more whammies. I need big bucks. I want that Flocati rug. I want the Flocati rug for Toby. Give me the Flocati rug for Toby. And stop.
$200. So, I mean, at least you're on the board with something here. We now go to Jonathan Nielsen with 6 spins. Jonathan, are you going to play those spins? Or are you going
infringing?
Oh, hell yeah.
Infringing on infringed gimmicks is an AW podcast exclusive.
All right. Jonathan's wishing to take his first spin. We lost the sound effect somehow.
Side effect of us having to fix some of the AV for reasons mentioned.
It's okay.
Right. Still be there.
Give me a Flocati. We're looking for the rug. Big bucks, no whammies. And stop!
$350. You've now moved into second place. 5 spins remaining. You are currently $1,675 behind Eric.
I can't pass 5 spins. Let's go!
All right. Well, I think I believe we're currently looking for sound effects. There we go. The sound effects are back. All right. 5 spins. All right.
I need a new bathroom rug. I need a new bathroom rug. That Flocati will look great in the bathroom. Big bucks, no whammies. And stop!
He got the rug.
Flocati rug.
He got the rug.
Pass him.
That Flocati rug is worth $350.
Pass those spins.
I'm glad you told.
I know Harry can't see the host's cue kind of hiding down here.
Actually, I can see it barely. Yes, $350 for the Flocati rug. You are passing your 4 remaining spins. They go to Eric.
Oh, bunker.
Eric, you have to take all 4 of these spins. However, if you hit a
pass button was.
However, if you hit a whammy, they will move to your earned instead of passed. However, you must take 4 spins here. Here's the first of them.
All right. Come on. No whammies. Been a good round. Been a good round. And stop.
$400, increasing your lead to $1,725. Here comes the second of your 4 spins.
Note the rug has been replaced by video games.
All right.
Looks like a computer system.
Stop.
That is a blender worth $825.
Ooh.
Eric up over $3,000 in the first round. Here are 2 more spins you have to take. Here's the third of the 4.
God, I'm going to be redoing a hell of a prize cube read.
Man, that blender's going to go great with my juicer, but I need something more in my kitchen. Come on, big box, and stop.
That same square.
That is a home robot worth $500.
Ooh.
Eric, you were at $3,750. This is the last of the past spins, and this is an opportunity to end this first round up over $4,000 in cash and prizes. Let's see what happens.
Come on, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Big box, no whammies, big box, no whammies, and stop.
$400. Eric finishes with $4,150 as we finish the first round. We'll come back with our questions in round 2 right after this. You're watching Press Your Luck.
It's one of the best first rounds I've ever had.
4,100
rug. I'm sorry, language disclaimer be damned, but I have a fucking rug. I've never hit a rug, ever. Then again, host spins are always taken on the second round, not the first.
The views and opinions of Jonathan Nielsen do not necessarily reflect the rest of us here at American Whammy Productions.
Brian,
Family show!
Brian, you know how many host spins we've taken over the years? How often do we hit prizes on those spins? Like, never.
7800 Beverly Boulevard, Hollywood.
My host spin hit $2,000.
Whoa. Take two that, please.
See Press Your Luck in person. Write to us. Press Your Luck. Tickets, 7800 Beverly Boulevard, Hollywood, California.
All right, so
or in our case, tickets at AmericanWhammy.com.
All right, real quick, only fitting. If we took a drink for Peter, we take one for Rod.
Press your luck in person. Write to us.
I'm out of boom.
Tickets, 7800 Beverly Boulevard, Hollywood, California, 90036.
All right, so for the second round, I feel like I kind of just want to stagger the spins so that way we can have a little bit of fun with it. So Eric, for the second round, you get 4 spins.
Okay.
Brian, you are in last place, so you get 7 spins. And Jonathan, since you're in second place, you get 6 spins.
Are you trying to
possible combination?
Huh?
I think this is a mathematically possible combination. You said 4, 6, and 7?
Yes.
Yes. Eric gets every multiple choice. Brian and I split the buzz-ins. And if I don't buzz in, that's all. I don't get anything else, but Brian got one of the multiple choice. That'll work. That is a situation that could actually happen on the show.
Not to mention, he's almost pulling a split-second countdown round on us.
Okay, sir, I actually get that reference, and thank you. Fantastic. Although, technically speaking, it would have been 4, 5, and 6.
I know. That's why I say almost but...
How proud of you? How proud of me are you for getting that reference?
Almost. I'm almost as proud as when somebody put in a reference about getting 100 first-class centuries in cricket.
I would have been even happy if the spins awarded were a 147. You gave out a maximum.
I was feeling generous. I'm enjoying the gameplay.
That's fair. While we wait for Brian to get the round 2 going up, I believe
the round 2 is up.
Oh, were you able to get? Well, before that,
wide, sir.
We do have to finish one last reference here. Were you able to get the third part of the Randy West?
All right, pull the gameplay for a second. I think we have another Randy West clip.
Look, we have cues. I'm going to use them.
Fair.
A lot of blood, sweat, and tears have gone into this show, literally.
Yeah.
What the hell was that?
What was that handsome-looking avatar?
That was... I clicked on the wrong button.
Clearly.
I mean, there are worse buttons that you could have clicked on.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, yeah,
you know what? You're not wrong.
It do be facts, though.
He ain't lying.
So we cut to episode 10 of Press Your Luck here, where Randy is the first winner of one of these prizes.
I sense a new car.
The spin is being passed to Randy. Randy, this spin.
Spoilers.
If you pick up anything that has an additional spin and you can keep going,
I saw car on the board.
You will win the game, or anything above that. Anything below it, you will not win. It will be
5.
Alan's game. All right, champ, this is it. Everything's on the line. Here we go. Press your luck.
I need it. I need the big bucks.
Stop! Stop at a car! Whoa! You did it, Randy, a car! The value of that car is in excess of $4,000. You are the champion once again.
Back when cars were only worth $4,000. I miss those days.
Same.
This is from before I was born, though.
And now, Randy, Roddy will tell you exactly what
Brian,
you want. Rod?
I sure will.
Brian, if it makes you feel any better, there's another handsome avatar devil for you.
I was trying to not let it distract from the show, and I would like to hear the illustrious Roddy.
The illustrious
Roddy. Fly 2 of you, round trip coach from
It's the
Los
illustrious
Angeles
Roddy
to
and his
Puerto
Dulce
Mexico
Owen.
for a 6-night stay modified American plan at the Fiesta Los Tules Motel, Tennis Club, and Resort Condominium Development. Air conditioning, gourmet restaurant, swimming pools, a lush tropical beach in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Fiesta Los Tules. And Randy, you've won a new car. The economical 4-cylinder Nissan Sentra with front-wheel drive, power brakes, racket pinion steering wheel, rear windows defogger, and all other standard equipment, plus California emissions. Those prizes totaling $6,342, combined with the $4,650 in cash that you've won today, and the $8,750 in cash and prizes you previously won, gives you a grand total, Randy, of $19,742. Congratulations!
Congratulations, Randy.
All right, so correct me if I'm wrong.
I've never seen a more exciting game. I want to thank you very much for joining us, Kathy. You played, and Alan.
Yep.
I got to tell you, I've never seen the game played any better. I want to thank you. We've got some great prizes for both you and Kathy. I thank you.
It's got 5 seconds left.
Thanks.
Well, y'all make up your minds.
Okay, so I have a question about that clip. Not an I've got a question. I actually have a question about that clip. So that was pull that. Not one of those. So that
Occasionally we have to troll here.
this is his third. This was his third victory as champion, right?
The first 2 clips are both from episode 9. This is his second. Oh, you want to see his third episode? Go ahead, show him how episode 3 of his run ends.
Because this was it the 25K rule in effect from the very start of the show?
Let's let Peter Tomarken explain this. Episode 11.
Here we are back with today's Best of Luck champion, Randy. And this is your third consecutive win, Randy. But today's winnings are all in cash, which means that you'll be adding $6,000 to the $19,742 in cash and prizes you've already won, which gives you a grand total so far of $25,742. Now, Randy, you have, as you know, you have exceeded our $25,000 limit, so you are a retired champion, but you are retiring with $25,742. A very happy birthday. It just lasted 3 days for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And Clay and Martha, you played well. You played against a tough champ. You will not be going away empty-handed because we've got some very nice prizes for you. I thank you for being with us. And remember, when you hit the whammy, you may lose all your money. So I'll see you next time. Until then, this is Peter Tomarken saying so long for Press Your Luck.
Here's what we have, Marty.
Question answered.
Old school standards and practices for you.
Until November 1st, 1984, when we're going to double the points. 50K.
I was about to say 50 grand, right?
So,
all right.
If you're wondering the top winners of all time.
Okay, after the top winner.
I'm going to give you the first 6 of the top 7. That's what I have available.
After the top winner list here, we'll save number 1 for next week, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
But after the other 6 of the top 7, we will then return to the second round of the big board over on Press Your Luck, the hosts edition.
Sounds like a plan.
It's flashing. It's ready.
All right, go ahead, Jonathan.
For spins.
Helen, episodes 49 through 52, 40,160.
Are you going 2nd to 7th or 7th to 2nd?
7th to 2nd.
Okay, so we're reading up the ladder.
Her last episode was a big one.
We're going up the ladder. Continue.
Cindy, 2-time champ, episodes 181 and 182, 40,000 to 461. Number 5, Lisa, 3-time champ, episodes 466 through 468, 42,223.
So about 14.3 an episode.
Potentially number 5. There's a reason for this. At least a 3-time champ from 699 through 702 and possibly further. The episode guide is incomplete for episode 700 and beyond because high reruns of the show is coming to an end in the 750 episode range. At least 43,414.
4th?
Susan, 2-time champ, episodes 96 and 97. Going back to the first few years here. 43,979.
3rd.
Michael, Not to be confused with a top 25 all-time winner, Michael Haynes. 642 through 643, that's a 3-day champ. 53,000 to 176.
642 to 643 is a 2-day champion, sir. It's 2 episodes.
Oh, 3-day appearances, 2-time champ.
Gotcha. Number 2.
Randy. Episodes 324 through 327. That is 4 appearances. 61,316.
And just because I know all 3 of you know it here, why don't you guys go ahead and give the number for the all-time record?
Episode number 188. One time over 2 airings on June 6th and June 9th of 1984, originally taped May 19th, 8 days away from the anniversary here. Same,
Just give the number.
110,000.
$237
in cash and prizes.
All right. We'll get more into that next week.
Honorable mention to Gene Snyder, a 2-day champ, 218 through 219, 31,362.
All right.
It's to $80,000.
Mr. Espinosa, I believe we are ready for round 2 on the big board. Whenever you are ready.
I'm good to go, man.
All right, let's go ahead and get the sound effects rolling here.
All right, Mr. 200 bucks.
Brian, you start us off here. You're the only one with a whammy. It looks like you're going to go ahead and take your first spin. Are we going to get sound cues? There we go. All right, let's see what happens here.
All right. It's round 2. I see 5,000 in a spin. 5,000 in a spin. I need the big bucks. Give me the big bucks, whammy. Stay home, whammy. I dare you. I dare you to hit me again, whammy. Stop.
$500. You've moved into a tie for second place with Jonathan at $700. You're both $3,450 behind Eric.
I gotta keep going, Harry.
There's a green prize slide on the left side. We don't see many of those. Which one is that?
That's Tampa.
That's a local for us.
Six spins left. It looks like Brian's going to take another one. Let's see what happens.
I got to. It's big bucks, baby. I need the big bucks. I got to dethrone Eric. I need the big bucks. Come on, 5,000 in a spin. Give me anything with an additional spin. I want anything with an additional spin. Come on, big bucks. Stop.
You're going to St. Louis. A prize valued at $2,933. And just like that, you are just a shade over $500, $517 behind Eric for the lead right now. You have 5 spins remaining.
Good math, sir.
Math has always been my specialty.
As much as I appreciate the good math, I got to keep going.
All right, 5 spins remaining.
I need the big buck. I'm here to take the whammy to the cleaners.
Very unprofessional of the other 2 players.
I dare you, whammy, to try to stop me. I'm coming for the big bucks. I want the big bucks and stop.
Stop at $2,000. You now have a $1,483 lead over Eric. You have 4 spins remaining.
Oh, I got to keep going. I was
going to say, if you were to pass these spins, they would go to Eric, who's the second highest scorer.
I got to keep going. I need big bucks. I need the big bucks. I'm doing it for Toby. Come on, Tampa. I need it for Toby. And stop.
Stop at $1,000 in a spin. That lead is now $2,483. Still have 4 spins remaining.
You know what? I'm going to keep going. I want the money. Give me the board. I want the big bucks. No whammy. Stop.
Stop at $2,000 more. You're up over $8,000 now. $8,633, a full $4,483 more than Eric. You have 3 spins remaining. If you were to pass them, they would go to Eric.
I'm not comfortable with this lead. He's got 4 spins. There's plenty of money on the board, plenty of spins. I see some like lovely prizes. You know, I've always wanted to go to Atlantic City. I'm going to keep going. I want to keep going.
All right, fire it back up here. Let's find out what happens.
All right, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Whammy, stay home. Whammy, stay home. I'm telling you, I don't need no stinking whammies. And stop.
Stop on a whammy.
That's 2.
Brian now has 2 whammies.
Well, I can't win with no money, Harry, so I'm going to press my luck.
Sir, you need to remove a spin as well.
Click and update this. Yeah, it doesn't update the display because of the glitch mentioned earlier.
Right.
So we have to. It's 2 spins, no bucks.
Yes, we have to very quickly update that. And obviously, Brian is going to spin again as he has to get some money because he's now in last place.
I promise you when I hit this next thing, it'll update. All right, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. I need big bucks. I'm at the 5,000 in the spin. 5,000 in the spin. Stop!
Stop at $2,000. It did not update.
Okay, I will.
Please reset your cash accordingly.
Yeah, just set your cash to $2,000. It did update the spin total, though. You have 1 spin remaining. So subtract $8,633.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
There we go. All right, we are now back to normal, how we should be here. You are in second place, $2,150 behind, Eric. You have 1 spin remaining, Brian. What do you wish to do?
I got to keep going. I can't win in second place.
Yeah, technically you can.
Not. It's not good. It's not good for me to be in second place. I want the lead.
John does have 6 spins still to take here in this second round here on the big board.
I'm going for it. Come on.
All right, let's see what happens.
I need a spin. A lot of spins on this board. I need a spin. Come on, I need a spin. Give me a spin for winner and stop.
Stop at 2,500. You do take the lead back, but you are out of spins at $4,500, a $350 lead over Eric. Eric, we'll get to you in a second. However, we now go to the man who's currently in third place, Jonathan Nielsen, $700, including that Fugatti rug, and 6 spins to take here.
Fugatti rug.
It's Fugatti to me.
Fugatti, it's my rug. I'm keeping it. We're going to add some more money on it. Roll that board.
He's going to spin here. All right, third place for John right now. Let's see what happens.
Nice Antarctica cruise in that bottom right corner. That'll be really nice. But I need to keep this rug. Need to keep this rug for the fans. Come on, big bucks, no whammies, big bucks, and stop.
Stop on a whammy, and there goes the rug.
Hi there. How you doing?
Ah! Pull.
Awkward.
Well, I guess the videos got fixed, and I will be credited with that whammy this time.
Of course you would be credited with the whammy when you lose the Flocati rug. That's how this goes.
That is how it goes. You get the rug in round 1, you hit a whammy in round 2, even when you try to protect it.
You know what?
I would just like to note that Peter Griffin and Stephen King are having a fart off in my ear right now.
No, that's Stephen King. What's the guy?
Is it Stephen King? I thought it was.
No, it's the dude who did the document, Michael Moore.
Michael Moore, yes.
There we go. I'm like, it's somebody.
That's the pop culture reference.
The dude who did the 9/11 documentary.
All right, so apparently the whammy card didn't pop, but the video did, which means you're gonna have to like look into that.
We're gonna have to hard cut if a whammy is hit.
Yeah.
You realize he has no H in his name, right?
Yeah, I realize that now.
I'm not supposed to have an H in my name, thank you.
I mean, technically he does have an H in his name. It's just not in the spot where I have it. Yeah, it's not in the spot where I have it. All right, anyways, you have no dollars, 5 spins.
Brian, do you have an update display button available on your...
No, I don't. I have an activate player, which takes the whammy away, but it doesn't update the money. So there's something wrong with the subroutine.
Fair enough. We'll address that later.
There you go. Five spins, no dollars, John.
My name's not Joe. I can't win with nothing. Roll that board. More on him in a bit.
Reference I don't get. Okay, good to know.
All right,
what happens.
Big bucks, need the big bucks. I gotta buy the rug apparently this time. And stop.
Stop at $500 in the spin. You keep your 5 spins. You move up to $500. Still in last place, $36.50 behind Eric.
Hey,
4,000 behind Brian.
Gotta go.
He's got to go right now.
Gotta go right now. Big bucks, Antarctica cruise. Give me a big prize and stop.
Stop it, big bucks. 5,000 in a spin. Eric looking mad Morton's over there.
I'm not doing the
right,
whammy fingers no more. Apparently, it's good luck for him.
We're going to pull an Ed Long. We're going to do that again. We're going to roll this board. We're going to hit that 5,000 spin again. We're going to pull an Ed Long straight from nothing to 10K. Here we go. Big bucks, no whammies, and stop.
Stop it, a whammy.
Ed's supposed to
that was actually a fresh your luck whammy there, 10K. Though. John, you have 4 spins and 2 whammies now. Currently,
it's okay.
Currently in last place as our crack production team updates your standings and scoreboard. And by crack, I mean on it.
I know the video clip that comes up next. It has never been seen by a live studio audience, and hopefully I don't receive it. No, I'm not going to receive that clip because we're going to go. We're not going to get away. We're going to take this thing, roll that board. Need the bucks. Need the bucks. I see a nice, big, expensive prize up on the top row. Would love that. Would love some money. Need the big bucks. Get it forward. Do it again. And stop.
Stop on a third whammy.
Darkness beyond twilight.
Go ahead. Play the lovely voice of Lisa Ortiz delivering Lena Inverse's classic Dragon Slave that has never been seen before.
Before the mighty gift bestowed in my unworthy hands. Dragon Slave!
Can I just... I would just like...
Definitely not a common spell!
I would like to state, for the record, not very many people are going to understand this, but the level of irony that just occurred here is mind-bogglingly off the charts.
The one voice actor of all the conventions this team has worked that I've wanted to meet have done so once. If that ever happens again and we cross paths, she's gonna live do that voice for us.
Can I point out my favorite part of that whole scenario?
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate her blowing up your $0 that you had in your bank.
Yeah.
3 spins, 3 whammies, John. You hit another whammy, you're out of this game. But you're currently in last, so.
I have seen comebacks with 3 whammies before. We're going to do it. We're going to go. Can't win with nothing. I came with nothing. I'll leave with nothing.
It's looking like a distinct possibility.
They all come with a spin. We're going for the bucks. We're going to stop.
Stop at $2,000. 2 spins remaining. Still in last.
Yeah. I'm playing on a little bit of delay, but that's okay. We're going to keep going. Can't live for third. All right, here we go. Need more big bucks. Another $2,000 be fine. Another $2,000 be fine. We're doing better this time. Come on, big bucks, and stop.
Stop at another $2,000. $500 behind the leader. You have 1 spin remaining. Anything other than a whammy will give you the lead. However, Eric does have 4 spins sitting behind you, waiting to go, currently in second place, $150 ahead of you. Let's see what happens here. Are you going to spin or are you going to pass the spin? If you pass it, it would go to Brian.
One more time.
Oh, no.
I And now you have a different song stuck in your head, audience. We're going to do this one more. As long as I don't get a whammy, I'm definitely going to get 150 because the cheapest amount's better than that. We're going to go for big bucks.
You need 500 for the lead.
Let me back 2 spins and big bucks and stop.
Stop at $1,000 in a spin. You take the lead, but it gave you an extra spin.
Spin.
You're sitting on 3 whammies here, John. This is a difficult.
Would you like to sell that spin?
Brian, you can take that spin and shove it into your pass column.
And John is passing the spin to Brian. What's Brian going to do with it? We'll find out when we come back from this commercial break. You're watching Press Your Luck.
Only on episode 188 did the host actually pull one of those maneuvers, and he pulled it in post.
All right, take the game screen down for a second. Go ahead and go through a couple more clips, and then we'll come back for the exciting conclusion of Press Your Luck, the host edition.
I actually got one that's appropriate to this situation.
Eric?
On it.
Remember the
Honestly,
phrase
the commercial cue, it's the prize cue, or the win cue, then the commercial cue, then the prize cue. And right now we're listening to the commercial cue. I love this cue.
We are so
Eric?
not monetizing this.
Not a chance.
You know what my favorite part about all of this is, Eric?
What's that?
I've actually seen Tamarkin do this exact situation on an episode of Press Your Luck before, and I just figured I'd work it into the show somehow.
It's fair.
Very well played.
Your next clip is courtesy of one infamous contestant, Eric Thorson, episode 225.
3 spins, 3 whammies. Richie.
Why does he look like the husband of Marcy from Married with Children?
Eric is your center player in this.
Big bucks, big bucks. Stop it. Oh.
Something about 4 whammies.
Oh, he broke dance and broke your heart, Rich. Out of the game. Let's go to Adriana with 10 spins. Hope you have better luck. Here we go. All right, big bucks. Come on, big bucks. Stop it, big bucks. 4,000 and a spin.
Big bucks in square 12 moves you straight to square 4 at the top of the board.
Is she really dumb enough to spin again? Good. Karma, you dummy.
Save the commentary for the end because of how this plays out.
3 whammies, no dollars, but you have 9 spins.
This is
One more
unusual.
whammy, not only out of the game.
I think I know how this plays out.
To become champion, he has to play, but he plays against the house. So, what's your pleasure?
Adriana's gonna pass.
He's gonna pass 9 of them. Oh, Eric, 9 spins. Let's see what that strategy does.
Strap in. That's 9 past spins.
All right.
Immediate whammy.
Come on now. Come on.
Not immediate, but
$750. You're up to $1,300.
Immediate whammy would have been funny.
Eric is about to be the happiest man hit a whammy ever.
Stop at $750. 22,057 spins. Here we go.
Come on now. And stop.
Stop at 700 and a spin. 2750.
So that transfers one of the past over to the earned column.
Correct.
Here we go.
Yes, it does, Eric.
Stop it out.
It did, but it adds to the earned column.
Means
It
there's
dropped-
more spins.
It drops from the past column and moves to the earned column.
Yeah.
3 whammies. Same situation. One more whammy, you're out of the game. Remember, 10 spins. Sorry. If you 2 guys whammy out of the game, I have to come up there and play myself. Now, what are you going to do with 10 spins and 3 whammies?
If I pass 10 spins, she has to spin all 10 of them.
Yes, she does have to spin all 10.
And that, Harry, is why your comment was valid.
Adriana gets the 10 spins Eric passes. Eric's point is right. But Adriana has to
Because she gave herself an extra whammy she didn't need to give herself.
And thus she's in this situation in the era before lose a whammy.
Here we go, Adriana. Stay away from the whammy.
Do you guys have a lose a whammy on your board?
We do, but not on this configuration.
9 spins.
Gotcha.
9 times.
She is so gonna whammy.
The Bahamas, that trip.
Oh, that's gonna suck because that's the
funny. That's
Bahamas.
on our
trip.
board currently.
The Bahamas trip.
Yeah.
Michael Larson won that trip.
One in the earn column. Here we go. Stop at 700 and a spin. Hold it. 46.36. 2 spins in the earn column. Now she has 6 spins in the pass column. Thank you. Here we go.
Manual operator was a little slow there.
Stop at New York City.
That's 2 trips.
Halfway there. New York City's valued at 22.48.
If she keeps them.
Well, yeah, I think we know how this ends at this point. However, this is going to be a pretty bad whammy. What does she got? She's got to be around $6,000.
Stop and go back 2 spaces to 4,000.
Now she's up over 10.
3 in the earn column, 4 in the pass column.
She's
At
going to
least
hit a
it ain't
whammy.
Kathy.
More on her in a moment.
Stop at $750.
Can I make a prediction based on how this is going? Pause for a second, please. May I make a prediction based on how I have not seen this? This is an actual based on how this is going. She's going to get all the way down to 1 spin left in the past column and whammy on that spin.
Nope.
Oh, that's disappointing. That would have been excellent television if that would have happened. I'm just saying.
Stop at $2,500. You're now up to $14,164. 2 spins. Avoid that whammy. 2 more times.
Just don't think it's in there. It was the next to last pass spin.
Is the gem today with no dollars.
And that was a pogo stick whammy we did not see.
After this word.
Let it play through because there is some strategy talk here, which is valid from a game theory perspective.
Very valid.
Well, yeah, because
And
both of the other players whammy out, so he gets to be the returning champion.
And this is why mathematicians love this game. It is game theorist heaven. Notice 11 whammies. That's a record.
With no dollars.
Well, yeah, because 12 is not possible.
It is. It never happened, though.
Eric, you are coming back tomorrow, which means it's the 4th day you're returning. I think we've only had 2 other contestants that have ever come back 4 days in a row, so you are among an elite group, as it were. Now, you had 10 spins. Tell the audience your strategy with respect to passing those 10 to Adriana. I'm sure she's delighted.
It was just to win the game and just to get back. I knew that if she went out, that I wouldn't have any money, but I needed to do it.
So strategically, you knew you'd come back.
I knew I'd come back because she'd be gone after getting the last wham.
Yeah, it was real close. Adriana, you played it. I mean, you were 7 in a row without that wham.
No.
And then you got nailed.
I get a little nervous.
I got a little
She
hairy.
got all the way up to $14,164
And here
too.
it is, folks. The one, the only sage advice, words of wisdom from Linda Reichert of Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Our poem.
Misunderstood, unloved, disliked by all. The whammy goes through life trying hard to make a buck on this show of chance and luck. Taking money from nice folks, thinking it was just a joke. No one told him when he took this job that he would have to fight a mob. He just knew he was in need. What would you do with 3 ex-wives and 6 kids to feed? Yes, it's true, folks. The whammy is alive and well. Until next time, when we're going to see you, Eric, this is Peter Tomarken saying thanks.
All right, so are we
going? What would be only 2 instances where you had someone win with nothing?
Whoa. There were more than 2. That's a win with nothing, a la Mabel from episode 283, and Lewin from up in the 600s somewhere.
You'll notice why I said that specific number in a few weeks' time when we cover Elizabeth Banks. #ETs.
But there was a situation where somebody won with nothing and didn't even get the chance to play a bonus round. Brian, you're a fan of this contestant, the man Chris Koss, 5-day undefeated champ.
I dare you, Whammy. Stay home, Whammy. Stay home. I dare you. He's the man who dares the whammy and wins. Roll the clip, please.
Whoa. Hang on. Set up. First, you need the setup. You have Chris Koss, returning champ on the left side. You got Dom, the man who owns a pizza place, in the center. And on the right, you have poor Diane. Go ahead.
Don't talk pizza. I'm hungry.
Why eating on air is a W2 Hub Network, the AWC podcast exclusive.
Chris passed the last spin to Dom, who's the only one with money.
And we have 3 losers and 3 winners. Everybody's coming back. We're going to do this again. Stay with us. We'll be back and explain all this in a moment.
What's the cost of this for our game in progress?
Chris, Dom, and Diane. All 3 of you won. So all 3 of you are coming back tomorrow. Unusual game. I hope you all had a very nice Thanksgiving. Mine's still with me. Until next time, when we see all these players again, this is Peter Tomarken saying thanks for pressing.
Okay, so now I have okay. Again,
strategically, Chris had to do that in order to stay champ.
Now I have another gameplay question. Again, I've got a question, just a gameplay question. Has there ever been an actual tie on a numerical value?
Not to the knowledge of the extent of the episode guide as it stands.
Okay.
With how analyzed this show has been over the years,
if it happened, it would be known.
It would be known.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Unless it's like on those last weeks on CBS original run. Because you mentioned GSN and Buzzer. I cut my teeth watching this on USA reruns in the early 90s.
Same.
Not old enough to remember the CBS days.
GSN.
I cut my teeth on it on GSN first run.
GSN and Buzzer
rerun.
For me. Yeah.
USA, along with the version of Tic-Tac-Toe, we don't speak about around here.
Mr. Espinoza, I believe Pressure Lacoste edition is about to return from commercial.
I know we got more Chris Cass, don't we?
That is the only Chris Cass I pulled, sir. But I do have something akin to a Chris Cass.
What do we have on standby then, Eric?
That was the most recent clip.
Okay. Well, then I guess we are going back to.
Actually, no. I got one ready for you. This clip comes Christmas Day episode number 327.
You'll have to give me a second to find the bus that I just got thrown under.
You can ask this one right here underneath of me about the license.
Somebody asked for a clip. I was working on getting the time index. This is the one clip that didn't have a time index on it already. But
that's because
Pressure Luck is a very festive show come the holiday season.
Well, that's the reason why it didn't have a time index is because somebody forgot a part of the link. Luckily, however,
he is the executive producer for a reason.
You need an equals after that T, but the rest should work.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. The tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
They edited the song.
We're back with today's big guest Randy.
Oh, no. Let this play. This is number 2 winner.
Rod, or known as Santa Claus, tell him what he's won.
Ho, 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 Randy. You want a trip to Dallas, Texas. We'll fly you and your companion round trip coach.
Yeah, there's nothing worthwhile in Dallas.
At the new Viscount Hotel.
There was a
how the Cowboys
last
playing.
month.
From the airport and convention center offering luxury accommodations and fine dining from Viscount Hotels in Dallas. And Randy, you want a 21
Thank you, Eric.
Entertain your guests in a professional manner with a 21-table bar combination. Comes with brass rail, level-edged glass top, and roll out.
The game table.
Looks like a blackjack. Look like a blackjack table.
That's a round 1 prize, by the way.
a 6-night stay for 2 at the lovely 40-story Akasaka Prince Hotel, one of Tokyo's
Tokyo?
hotels.
The Tokyo trip, yes.
Service. The Akasaka Prince Hotel, a Westin affiliate. And Randy finally won an African safari. So far, you and your companion round trip coach from Los Angeles to London.
The poor Eric just got spooked. More on that later. There's an inside joke there.
Oh, the look on his face can sufficiently be described as shooketh.
Combined with $9,800 in cash you won today, and the $37,147 in cash and prizes that you won previously, gives you a grand total, Randy, of $61,000.
Palindrome.
Merry Christmas and congratulations.
Notice the board in the background had the Merry Christmas around the edge.
And apparently it is snowing in Culver City, California.
All $61,316 and a Merry Christmas to you, Janet and Eric.
This aired Christmas Day.
We've got some nice prizes to you, so you will not be leaving empty-handed either. I thank you for both being with us on this great day. And Randy, Santa
Of 84, I
was
think.
good to you today. And I hope he has been equally thoughtful to all our Press Your Luck friends out there. Have a wonderful day today, and we'll look forward to seeing all of you again tomorrow. Till then, this is Peter Tomarken saying thanks for pressing your luck. Bye-bye.
Christmas of the following year is when you'd see the twin daughters. Bye-bye, clip.
All right, so I'm just proud of myself for recognizing that that was a palindrome.
Oh, I knew it, but well done to you for the less mathematically inclined.
All right. I will get the next clip ready, but we'll do it after the game finishes.
Yes, we come back here. We are in round 2 of the big board here. The one spin has been passed by John to Brian. Brian, you are currently in second place, $500 behind. Anything will put you ahead. It looks like we're going to use the actual buzzer here.
I need a lucky spin. I need a lucky spin. Come on, $5,000. I need the big money. I need the big bucks. Big bucks, whammy, stay home. I dare you, whammy. Try it and stop.
Yes! Stop on a whammy. And I do believe Brian.
Chakota, start another game show. Save! Brian Espinoza will not be seen tonight.
Brian Espinoza will not be seen in the winner's circle tonight anyways. All right, Mr. Watkins, you have 4 spins.
I just pulled Eric with the pass of doom.
You have 4 spins, $850 behind John. You have no whammies. John has 3 whammies.
Are you going to be a dick or are you not going to be a dick?
You know, there's a certain show that I host that we mention from time to time. It airs Sunday nights here at the American Whammy Podcasts. It happens to be called Point of Viewer.
American Whammy Productions.
Do it.
You know, there's a number 1 rule that I sign off with every week without fail.
It is also my life philosophy.
Exactly. Don't be a dick. It's not Sunday night, and you know what that means.
He is passing his 4 spins to Jonathan. Jonathan will have to take all 4 spins here and not hit a whammy.
Appropriate reference to the actual show here. Episode 232. Randy, Lori, and the aforementioned Kathy.
Oh, no.
We have had a lot of past spins in this episode. I believe we need to show how the pros did it back in 84.
We will show that after you take your 4 spins here on the big board.
Not that man. I am almost as good as that man. I am not as good as that man.
Can we go back to the game board, please?
I'm sorry, the game board is no longer available. VisualBasic.exe has crashed.
Seriously?
No.
Good.
If it crashed, you would have heard a bing sound of VB crashing.
Yeah, you would. You
Or the screen would have gone completely
followed
white.
followed by copious amounts of profanity.
Somebody
doesn't appreciate the trolling around these here parts.
You know what the problem is, Eric? Somebody over there is tiny salty.
Give me that spin. Fuck it, let's roll.
Family show.
Family show my ass. Somebody screwed me over.
Hey, family show.
Okay. I'll ease on the salt. I'm gonna get some bucks. I'm gonna go take an Antarctica cruise or something. I ain't out of this game yet. Let's stop.
Stop it. Advance 2 spaces to $2,000. John moves to $7,000. He has 3 spins left that he has to take. One more whammy ends this game, however.
I will stop the Jim Hess impersonation, dropping F-bombs over the place, as this is a family show. And I will do my best Gilbert Gottfried voice instead and say, stop!
Stop at 750, and I swear to God, if I have to put up with another episode of Gilbert, I'm going to walk off midair.
I still got 2
Oh,
spins.
you see, at the moment, John has 2 spins.
Henry Broadhurst will not be... Roll the board.
Jesus. 2 spins left. You are up by $3,600, but again, a whammy will end this game.
We're looking for stick, big bucks and stick, big bucks and stick, and we're going to stop.
Stop at, what is that? Barbados were $3,592. My mistake. You are up to $11,342. Mr. Nielsen, I'm going to offer the following advice here. You've been asking for big bucks. You do not want big bucks here, sir. And the reason I say that is big bucks comes with a spin. Anything without a spin ends this game in your favor.
I want this to be over. I want to go out as the American Whammy Productions champ with this amount of money here. I don't want the big bucks. I want that nice, safe $2,500 at the bottom. Give me $2,000, $2,500. Roll this board. I don't want no spin. I want this done. I want to show my clip. Start this board.
Here we go.
Bob was covering the buzzer.
Okay, that was funny. Give him a monkey real quick.
The monkey's in stereo. I want the money. Give me the money. Bob be damned. Big bucks, no way. Big spin. End this game. Stop.
Stop at 750, and Jonathan has won with a grand total of $12,092. We'll be right back to find out exactly what he's won. Remember, prizes for entertainment value only and have no cash value.
But I did win the Flacani.
Harry, we have a thing for that. We'll play it. Don't worry.
We have a prize read for it?
Oh, we have a prize read too.
Now,
fantastic.
There is. Before we get to the prize read, I'm going to request a clip from episode 615. There is one man. I said, I'm not as good as this man. He is the unofficial master strategist of Pressure Luck history.
I will give Eric credit. It was wise strategy to pass those spins. Nielsen was just able to beat the whammy there.
1 in 6 is only 16.6 recurring percentage, sir.
Mother, beat the whammy. I'll beat something else. Mother.
I beat the clock
Family
already.
show?
I beat the clock already earlier in January.
Notice that he
check
said
that episode in the history of this very podcast.
First of all, notice that he said clock there, folks. CLOCK.
Yes. My enunciation apparently will not be seen tonight.
No, I was clarifying for family show purposes.
So
and to pop Eric, which I clearly did.
So Joe is a master strategist. That is all I need to say about clip from episode 615.
I assume we're rolling the clip, Mr. Watkins.
He's also your returning champ.
Hole, Joe, that I don't know if you're going to get out of this one. You know, you have 2 spins left, $0, 2 whammies, and Dorothy's got $10,366. You got any particular strategy in mind?
God, please, John, I hope you know what that means. Okay.
Dorothy. 10,366, Dorothy. Here comes the first spin.
I'm ready. Big bucks. Big bucks. Stop.
Stop at $2,000.
You see that bottom left corner is 2,000 to lose a whammy.
You have one more spin you have to take if you can avoid the.
The following present.
That shouldn't have gone up immediately. I apologize.
Here comes the big spin.
She's going to get something with a spin and send it back.
Joe is also known as the Master Saboteur.
And they all ended up with 2 whammies, too.
The true perfect tie. Now that Tamarkin face is worthy of a GIF.
So my theory...
Go back for a moment. I need that stupefied Tamarkin look. Because it's priceless.
No, this is Press Your Luck. Price is Right was in February.
It's priceless. Nobody has any
March.
money.
Oh, okay. That works, actually.
It's also prizeless. Just give it a little bit more. A little bit. Just like play it for a split second. And just wait for the slow pan of the face. There's a little bit of a turn here. Let it play just for a little bit.
Up.
Like that. It's like that just after it starts turns, like as he's looking to a producer for what do I do?
Is this the first time it happened?
He says it's the first time. It is actually the second. We saw the first earlier.
The first time in the history of Press Your Luck.
Second.
3 players come back next time. And Joe, it's all your fault.
Joe, it's all your fault.
Thus, I referenced earlier, my name is not Joe. Only Joe can pass with nothing and win.
It worked out well, though. You did pick up the victory here in today's game. All right, kill the clip.
Yep. And all he says is we're going to see a repeat of this next time.
Eric, give me the hour scroll, please, at the bottom of the screen. You are listening and or watching Life is Like a Game Show. Press Your Luck, the Tamarkin Era. A presentation of American Whammy Productions, AWP Podcast. I am your host. My name is Harry Broadhurst. Joining me as per usual, Brian Espinoza, Eric Watkins, and Jonathan Nielsen. We are deep diving into the Tamarkin era here. Next week, we will be covering Michael Larson and the breaking of the system, as it were. In 2 weeks, we go to Whammy, the all-new Press Your Luck with Todd Newton. And to round out the month of May, we cover the newest edition into the Press Your Luck franchise, the Elizabeth Banks-hosted edition, part of ABC's Fun and Games. With that, we now move back over to Jonathan Nielsen.
The big winner!
Yay!
Hold on. If I'm going to do this right, I need a shirt because of shtick.
Do we have a list of what all he's won that I can read off? Because I don't have it memorized.
No. The announcer does that. I got this.
Okay. Welcome back to Press Your Luck, and now let's go to our announcer.
We're in the announcer queue. Or the commercial queue. When we come back, you're going to say you've won $12,092 in prizes. We're going to send it over to the Dulcet Tones of Brian Espinoza to tell you what you've won.
Okay, I can do that. I want to punch him right now.
shtick, sir. Classic
Aren't you
Jewish
the-
posted shtick.
Aren't you the one, Harry, who always says that we're full of shtick here at AWP?
And we're back.
Your winner today, Jonathan Nielsen, $12,092. Let's go over to the dulcet tones of Brian Espinoza, who can tell you what you've won.
Congratulations, John. You've won a trip to Barbados. You would have guessed we'll make a 7-night stay in beautiful, lovely Marriott Barbados, where you will get to see all of the wonderful sights, sounds, attractions, and everything there is to see in the beautiful, lovely Barbados. I was trying to find an actual prize read from an actual Barbados win and could not find one. So, as usual, in my wonderful ability to do this, I am pulling it out of my ass.
Correct.
Combine that with the $8,500 you've won in cash today brings you to a grand total today of $12,092. Congratulations!
Jonathan will return on our next episode as champion. He will face 2 more challengers. Don't worry, Eric and Brian. We have wonderful prize packages for you guys. And we hope you guys enjoyed your time here. For our contestants and for the dulcet tones of Brian Espinoza, your announcer, I am your host. I am Harry Tamarkin. Why not? Encouraging you. Don't be silly.
Also, don't get frozen.
Don't lose your internet connection, folks.
More about freezing when we talk about Whammy, the all-new Pressure Luck in 2 weeks.
For us here at American Whammy Productions, and American Whammy Podcasts, and American Whammy Productions production, we leave you with the standard legal disclaimer. Since Harry decided he wanted to do a legal disclaimer of his own earlier, we will leave you with the actual production company's actual legal disclaimer that we air before the start of every episode.
And then a couple clips to wrap us up.
Thanks for watching Press Your Luck Host Edition. I'm Harry Tamarkin, signing off.
Good Tamarkin sign off.
I had another poem queued up and my internet shit out on me.
Hey,
Family show.
American Whammy Productions is an educational fan-based parody. The following presentation by American Whammy Productions is an educational fan-based parody. Intellectual property used, including question, use, and phrasing, is copyright American Whammy Productions Incorporated, all rights reserved. Prizes may be awarded to the contestants, and the value of any prizes given will not meet or exceed the value of prizes won during gameplay, unless otherwise noted. The actual amount of cash and prizes won during gameplay is not awarded. Code used in compiling the game engine is the intellectual property of American Whammy Productions and may not be used, copied, or reproduced in any way without express written permission. All logos, music, formats, and other materials are copyrighted by their respective owners, and no challenge to ownership is issued or otherwise implied or expressed at any time. Any material not owned or covered under original copyright is copyright and property of American Whammy Productions Incorporated or its parent company, Florida Whammy Entertainment, LLC. Please be sure to support us on social media. Search for American Whammy Productions on your favorite social media platform, including Facebook. Check out our website, AmericanWhammy.com, for a full list of all our social media and more. American Whammy Productions is a Florida non-profit registered corporation, and performances by American Whammy Productions are done under fair use laws in regards to educational and non-profit entity usage. The use of copyrighted materials in this presentation is to provide critical commentary and educational use, and falls under fair use laws. For more information, visit our website. As always, please support the official shows and properties.
Legit disclaimer is legit.
Speaking of, yes, the main disembodied disclaimer of doom. The second time tonight we've had to pull that out of the archives, if you will. Now I forgot what I was going to say.
We were going to show them how a true spin battle was done from episode 232.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say now. Yeah, speaking of supporting the official shows and properties, the end of the month, Elizabeth Banks, Press Your Luck, be here.
Now we can get to the clip.
Yes.
Okay.
We're full of clip tonight.
15 spins for this spin round, and we're going to watch it in its entirety. This was definitely edited for broadcast.
Kathy, 5 big spins, hit that board. Stop at 750 spins. 750, third place, 5 spins, Kathy. Stop at 1,500 on a spin. 22.50, you still have the same 5 spins, Kathy. You're
The man in the editing booth had to pull a New Day maneuver and keep it tight.
Big bucks, big bucks. I'll take medium bucks, but no whammy. Okay, let's go now.
Stop at 700 on a spin. 29.
Outside of next week, this is probably the most infamous episode of the entire run.
Stop at a catamaran.
I just realized something. Pause for a second.
Catamaran.
Eric, did you see the spin totals there? Grown. Did you see this? Did you see the spin totals there? 4, 5, and 6. They had the split second numbers.
Was that what you were attempting to do?
Yeah, but they actually did
No,
it.
I wasn't attempting.
Yeah, they actually did it.
I wasn't attempting. I just handed out random spins in order to stagger the numbers based on people's standings. That being said, it did make me chuckle.
79.50. Respin. Press your luck up pass. Go. Stop at $2,500. You're up to 5 figures of $10,450. About 8,000 more in a press. One more. Okay, Kathy. All right.
Famous last words.
Okay. All right. Lady Luck be on my side, right? Now! Stop at the
I said those words, and I survived.
That trick is $3,166. Kathy, that's $13,616. You must have felt lucky. That's about $11,200 more than Randy. Pass goes to you, Randy. Don't take it yet, though. Let's find out what Lori can do with 6 spins at $17.35.
Here we go. Come on, big bucks. Come on, big bucks. Big bucks.
Stop at $2,000. Here at $37.35. Second place, 5 spins.
Come on, big bucks. Big bucks. Really, please get away. Big bucks. Big bucks.
Stop at $1,000 on a spin. $47.35. Still 5 spins. Press your luck to pass, Lori. Here we go.
There's a reason for this whole clip. Randy actually does play into it. His role is underemphasized, I think.
Stop at $2,500. That's a total of $1,735. 4 spins. Lori.
One whammy. All 3 players. Just one.
Go.
And that was from the first round.
Come on, big bucks. Big bucks. Nice too.
Stop at $750 and a spin.
And a
Spin
spin.
your luck to $79.85. 4 spins. Press your luck for pass. Stop at $2,500. You're now up
I also
to
believe Kathy is your returning champ in this episode.
That's a difference of about $3,200, Lori. I know it's tough. Pass it. 30 years, Kathy. Kathy, let's see what you can do with 3 of them.
No whammies, and I'm going for the big bucks now.
Stop at a Mexican cruise. Value of $2,714. You're at $16,330. 2 more spins you have to take, Kathy. Here we go.
Okay. No whammies. No whammies. All right. No whammies and big bucks. Big bucks. No.
Stop and go back 2 spaces to $4,000. And a spin. You're at $20,330. 1 more spin you have to take, Kathy.
$20,330.
Oh, come on now.
Stop at a Hong Kong trip, Kathy.
That's a big one.
Hong Kong is valued at $4,328. You're at $24,658. It's passed to you, Lori. 1 spin you have to take.
Big bucks. Big bucks. Yeah.
Stop and move one space is 750 in a spin or a big screen TV.
Ooh, I'll take the spin.
Take the 750 in a spin.
And here we go, everybody, strap in.
That one spin you can either take or pass.
Oh, dear.
If you pass, it'll go to Kathy.
I see Harry took my advice.
Goes to Kathy. Pass to you, Kathy. Oh, Kathy, you got to hold on to 24.
I have an itch.
Let's see if you can do it. One spin.
Okay. Come on, Whammy.
For the bucks.
You've been good to me. All right. Big bucks. Big bucks. Small bucks. No whammy. Now!
Stop. 750 on a spin. Staved off another attack. 25,408. That one spin goes back
The
to
game
Lori.
sits at
Oh, a
deuce.
seesaw battle, and we haven't even heard from
There,
Randy.
tennis
Goes
reference
to
for
Lori.
you.
One spin, 11,235.
Come on. Come on. Big bucks. Big bucks in the
But is it naked tennis? Coming soon to BWSR.
Stop. $3,000 on a spin.
Jeez Louise.
Holding serve.
Kathy has a look of dismay. What are you going to do with the one spin, Lori? Oh, it's back to Kathy.
Again, deuce.
Kathy, you've brought him off so far. Let's see if you can do it again.
Don't do it to me now, please. All right. Okay.
Come on,
No
Kathy.
whammy.
Big box.
No whammy. No whammy. No!
$5,000 on a spin. Kathy at $30,408. Do I have to ask what you'll do with that?
Have you ever
I'm
seen
going to be
this?
50
Harry?
by the time this ends. I have not.
Okay.
There's a reason why we're showing this.
Stop and go back 2 spaces to court.
Yeah, I've gathered.
Lori, you have 18,235. What are you going to do with the spin?
Meanwhile, the guy is sitting down on the end like, do I get to play at all, ever?
We'll get to Randy. We'll get to Randy. He plays in later.
Yourself, you have one spin you have to take again. Here you go.
No whammies.
Yeah, my guess is he's screwed.
No whammies. No whammies. That's all I have.
Spoilers.
No whammies. And now!
Stop at $1,000.
Not yet, you dumbass. It's 31,408, not 30,408.
Back to Lori with 18,234. We have almost 50,000 between the two of you. Lori, it's yours to take, and here it comes.
Now I definitely spoiled it, but
Okay. I know you're there. I know you're there. And no!
Stop.
Whammy.
Advantage, Lori.
15,735, and Kathy's got the shakes. Lori,
Harry,
back to you, Kathy.
just sit back and relax.
31,408. Somebody alert Cedar
I'm going to go get another drink. I'll be back.
damn it,
No whammies.
Eric, rewind it.
Does somebody alert Cedar Sinai moment?
Yeah, that's like the iconic moment of the clip.
408.
Sign to the editors. We got to trim this fucker down.
No whammies. No whammies. No whammies, please. No
Looking for the
whammies.
box.
No whammies. No whammies. No!
Stop it.
The biggest in show history to our knowledge.
Oh, Jack, 31,000. I'm sorry. No doubt.
You missed it again, but Peter Tomarken delivers a classic line there.
Somebody alert Cedar Sinai.
We're on the way.
Round 2. Fight.
Stop at $1,000 on a spin, $34.99. 4 spins, you're in 5 spins. Sorry, you are in second place. Press your luck to pass. Here we go.
My luck. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Big bucks. Big bucks. Big bucks. Bigger bucks. Yeah. And big bucks.
Stop at 5,000 on a spin. $84.99. 5 spins. Press your luck to pass, Randy.
Press
Go.
my luck. Press my luck. Come on, big bucks. Let's go. Big bucks. And stop.
Stop at 1,000 on a spin. That's $94.99. 5 spins. Press your luck to pass half of what Lori has.
I gotta go. Again. That's my luck. Let's go. Big bucks. Let's go. No whammies. Come on. Big bucks. And stop.
Stop at 1,000 a spin. 10,499. Still 5 spins. 8,300 less than Lori. About 8,300. Here we go.
That's my luck. Let's go. Big bucks.
Slowly he advances, inch by inch.
Let's go. Big bucks. And stop.
Stop at 1,000 a spin. 11,499. 5 spins. Woohoo, you're catching up. $7,400 difference. What are you going to do?
Press my luck. Let's go. Big bucks. Come on. Let's go. No whammies. Big bucks. Let's go. Big bucks. And stop.
Stop it. 4,000 and a spin. 15,499. About $3,300. Separates the two of you. 5 spins, Randy. Press your luck or pass.
One more
Here we
time.
go.
No whammies. Big bucks. And big bucks. Let's go. Stop.
Stop that. Move one space to a tent trailer or 1,000 and a spin.
Take the tent trailer.
I'll take the 1,000 and a spin.
1,000 and a spin.
10
You
trailers over
dumbass.
5K. 10 trailers over 5K.
5 spins.
There she goes.
Tent trailer is one of like 4 prizes valued at over $5,000.
Let's see. Stop at 700 and spin. You're up to
And here we go again.
4, 3, 5. 1 spin in the earn column, 4 in the pass column. You got to go again.
Gotta go. Here we go. Any money, anything. I don't care what. No whammy, please.
Stop at 750 in a spin. You now have 20,185.
Everything's so nice here. I really like it here. Please.
Stop at 500 and a spin. 20,685. 2 in the pass column, 3 in the earn column. We're going one more time.
Okay, come on. No whammies.
Right, no whammy so far. Stop at $500. 21,185. One more spin you have to take, Lori. And then you can deal with Randy.
One more, just one more. I just want one more, please. No whammy, no whammy.
Stop and move one space to $2,000 or 1,000 in a spin. 2,000 you got. 23,185.
Okay, so
So,
quick
so do you
question.
think? So what do you think was going to happen with these 3 spins here? Bing! Oh yeah.
First off, thank God she didn't take the 1,000 and spin and perpetuate this even further. Harry?
She couldn't sell those spins.
Did anybody watch Will and Grace?
I
No.
did back in the day,
Like-
yes.
Little?
It's been so long I don't remember any of it, so I'm going to say no.
Is it just me, or does she sound like Karen?
Kind of.
Ish.
It wouldn't surprise me? Question mark.
Yeah. Everybody talks
Especially-
about the Kathy Lori spin war. People don't talk about the Randy Lori aftermath.
The high pitched nature of the voice reminded me of Karen from Will and Grace.
We good to resume?
That's all I had.
Well,
We are.
I'll just
That's all I
chime in. Megan Mullally is hotter. Now we can resume.
16,499. And you have to take them. Here we go.
Big bucks. And stop.
Stop at a whammy.
Oh my. Now there's the plane coming in and the crash.
What a game. $0. Two spins in the pass column. We'll move them to the earn column since you whammied, which means you can either take them or any portion thereof or pass them both to Lori.
You have to give him to Lori.
Give 'em to Lori.
He
All
pulls
right.
a Joe.
You got 2 spins.
Hang on, folks.
Stop at $750 and a spin. You're at 23,935. Stop at $750. Lori, you have 24,685.
Stop.
That close to a whammy.
Earned spin.
She was that close to a.
Oh, yeah.
She was
Oh,
that
yeah.
close to a whammy. That panel just changed right as she landed on it.
Yep. So, 24K and change. Both opponents at 0. Harry, what would you do?
I'd definitely pass him.
To whom would you pass the spins back to Randy or reinitiate war with Kathy again?
Back to Randy, and the reason I say that is because Kathy had been relatively fortunate, except for the one whammy that she hit on her run up to 31,000 when she got to 31,000.
Fair. Eric, have you ever looked back at this clip and reconsidered this very moment and the fact that this could have been pivoted in that way?
I thought about it. I don't know, though. I mean, really, if you look at the runs of the board, it's closer to 50-50 than you would think.
So would you agree with the pass that she's about to do to Randy, or would you have sent it to Lori instead?
I would have gone
instead. Sorry.
I would have gone back to Randy. I agree. I wouldn't have reinitiated another spin war because then that would have taken a while, especially since she was more liable to get hot again.
That's what I was saying.
Consider this my big "I have a question to steal a gimmick." Brian?
It's I've got
What's
a
your
question,
take on
sir.
Fair. Brian, what do you think of the situation as it stands with this moment in Pressure Luck history?
As he has research face.
Brian Espinosa is not available.
He's got research face.
Fair.
No, just let's touch back on what Eric just said there, and kind of what I touched on there, though, is my thing about it is she went on that run that took her all the way up to $31,604 and that was based on going back and forth for basically what felt like
31,408, but go ahead.
I thought it was 6. Oh, point being
31,408.
31,408. Trust us.
Okay.
It's the second number we know.
Okay.
If you're a Pressure Luck fan, you know two numbers: 110237 and 31,408.
Imani Padre.
I can say that in the middle of research phase, getting ready for our next segment.
Tamarkin's Jewish anyway.
Point being,
Shabbat shalom.
Jesus. The point.
Shtick. We need Jesus.
Y'all need Jesus. Yes, I'm wearing the wrong, and my turn for the language on the show. I'm wearing the wrong goddamn shirt. Anyways,
most deserved monkey ever. Proceed.
And I did that while I'm in the middle of doing research.
All right, back to my point here. 31,430.
Say this.
God.
Interrupting Harry Broadhurst. What's not me?
Also, family show.
He rail checked me as I was literally trying to change the topic back to where we were. Anywho, the point being that we saw the run that Lori just went on with the back and forth trade. What was it, like 6 in a row, 3 each with the one spin?
I think so, yeah.
Why would you risk initiating that again, knowing that she's hit her whammy and you're probably due for one? You're telling me she sent it back to Randy here.
She does.
Okay, so then I think she made the right decision.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
One spin, you can pass it to Randy, or you can pass it to Kathy.
I'm going to pass it to Randy.
Randy, all right. Randy, needless to say, Randy, you are in the horns of a dilemma, a pickle. You're going to have to get something that gives you an additional spin.
For the record, celebrity name game that was just advertised right there in the clip is actually very entertaining.
Just under the 25K limit.
Was this her first day as champion?
She just dethroned ex-champ Kathy. That's the reason you don't pass it back to her.
Peter and Lori, get this. You won a beautiful tea service.
I don't think we need to see the winning here clip here, Eric.
We don't.
Alrighty. I was also stalling because I still see blurry research face over there.
I was about to say, is Captain Research Face ready over there? Can we make that a hashtag on this show?
Wait a minute. No.
I saw a jaw drop. I think somebody just found research gold. Please proceed.
Can we fix his camera in the process?
No, let this go.
The floor is yours.
You're even full screen. Enlighten us. Wow, yeah, I read those lips.
Yeah, I read those lips too.
This ain't gold. This ain't no moon. It's a space station, baby.
Explain.
Delicious.
Wait, why the hell am I full screen?
You're the one making
You idea-faced. You have full screen.
You're the one who made full.
Did I not put in the thing? I am doing research. Please don't come to me. I am on the deck. We're getting the next segment ready.
Did I not say that I was trying to stall and I was in the middle of stalling when you made the most epic Eureka face ever? And I even said to my compatriots that you were getting full screen and we let this epic Discovery Research face shine and fly?
You may want to turn your blow.
You can't just go ahead and mine platinum and then keep everything to your damn self, sir.
John Richie has given us golds.
Uh-oh. This is a man who's worked in the biz, by the way, for those who do not recognize the name.
Now, are y'all done? Are we segueing or what?
Yes.
Okay, can I get an actual
unless you want another stall, because I can pull a stall.
No, I am good.
Are we to Brian's final point now?
This is not my final thought.
No? Okay.
No. Trust me, we're getting to that.
Oh
no,
Eric, I have the real quick, Brian, I have the hashtag here. Hashtag LiLaGS Research Department.
Yeah, it's happened enough.
DEPT though, to say space on the hashtag.
Oh yeah.
LiLaGS Research Department. All right. Not really appropriate here. I just needed to get stuff pulled up for the next segment that I'm going to talk about because we've talked about the game itself, right?
Yes.
We really haven't. We've kind of talked about the music, yeah.
Yes.
But I'm glad you brought up music, Harry, because you have unintentionally given me a good segue. We haven't really talked about pressure luck in the community.
Go on.
Pressure luck. All right. Stop giving me the weird stink guys over here.
Who said that was a weird stink guy?
It looked weird stink guy to me.
That's not weird stink guy.
That was the people's eyebrow, sir.
That was curiosity, intrigued eyebrow.
Anyways, it goes without saying, but this is Life is Like a Game Show. It would be a deep dive if we didn't cover this. Pressure luck has been picked apart like Carrion picking apart roadkill, clean to the bone over the years.
And then some.
And then some. Because afterward, whatever the hell eats bone marrow came and ate that too.
Vulture.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know my I don't know my animals that well.
I mean, if
I know my game shows very well, but I don't know animals.
Something more vicious in the Australian outback. Gotta proceed.
And then the owl pellet was dissected. Continue.
Over the years, there have been many wonderful, faithfully done as possible recreations of Pressure Luck through various mediums, right? We have your Lojo Soul MIDI PYL win or prize queue, which we used for a very long time.
Because the actual one has not been released yet.
You have folks like Crossbearer Software, one of the original PYL fan-driven software recreations of the show.
Shout outs to Kurt King behind that project. You wonder where I got my contestant island from.
You have folks like Big John, who have also done a Flash recreation.
Big J06 on the Twitch.
I don't.
And trust me, you think our game here has shtick? His board has shtick.
Yeah, this guy is.
So
and you can see there's people that have, over the years, they've done, YouTube, Skype, Let's
So
plays.
you're saying he's full of shtick?
I mean, shout outs to somebody who works for our own American Whammy Productions team who has helped us with art for our very own faithful recreation in Visual Basic 6, Elliot Schiff, also known as Mountain Hawk PYL, and his YouTube series of Pressure Luck videos. Check him out.
You're looking at Big John's here. He's got a quintuple your money in the spin. He's got a jackpot square. He's got a 1,000er spin again, which is from the 02 to 03 version. We're going to talk about in a couple weeks.
Yeah, some folks, they, put their own spin on things, which is perfectly fine.
And there's a single dollar at the bottom.
But as we move away from Big John there's been many faithful recreations of Pressure Luck.
Most of the programmers use Flash because it looks fancier. I am a Visual Basic guy because that's what I know, and I'm about the legitimacy to the original patterns and such. More on that next week.
This man.
You also have Pressure Luck Expert Edition, which is, like I said, what Mountain Hawk uses. I'm going to pull up a random video here of on his YouTube channel, and we'll get that shared up here. You can even see he's got the slate. It doesn't look too far off from what our board looks like in a weird way.
Also a VB creation. Man, I'd love to get my hands on that code.
But you can see here, I'll even unmute it here. PYL Expert Edition implementing sound from the actual game show, from the actual show itself.
A lot of wave files. All
right, so I'm genuinely curious about this. Are these online? Are these online playable, or are these merely like recreations that are only for like in-person groups and stuff?
Fair use.
Fair. These are various recreations that people have made. If they have been distributed on the internet, you can feel free to attempt to Google the names that I have mentioned, and maybe you find these things for yourself if you're so interested and they are so available out there on the internet.
Because we here at American Whammy Productions, as we have mentioned in our main disembodied disclaimer of doom, we always encourage you to support the actual shows and all the licensed whatnots and gubbins. If you so happen to discover this of your own volition, on your own knowledge and time, so be it.
Also, if I may add one other thing, there are others that have recreated this too, specifically in the casino industry. There is a pressure luck slot machine out there. And if you're going to gamble, segue.
No.
To something that'll be referenced in another week. If you choose to gamble, as always, gamble responsibly, etc., etc. Shtick denied. No shtick.
Anyways, as I was saying, a lot of people out there that have done recreations. There's even folks out there who have done recreations in the pop culture convention entertainment circuit. We are one of them. There is another one. There are two major other players out there. Unfortunately, one is mostly retired. Shout out to Brian Sapinski, formerly of Sonic Whammy Enterprises, I believe it was.
And we've collabed with him in the past.
We've collaborated with him in the past. And to Greg Wicker, who has recreated his own versions of very many shows, Pressure Luck included in Flash as well. And speaking of Flash, we also go to John Richie, a man who has worked in the business. And before that, I'm sorry, I just realized I did forget one person. Shout outs to John Bressler, now retired out of the game show circuit as well. But him and his folks covered the Pacific Northwest. And like I said, we're going to go to a little bit of gold here. I'm going to go ahead and play some of John Ritchie's program with sound. This is a man with programming experience and insider knowledge in the game show industry because he's worked in it. And this is about as close to officially unofficial as you're going to get. And I'm going to warn you now, you cannot find this stuff on the internet. Don't even try. But he works a lot with another group of folks called Home Game, not Home Game, Ceramic Dalmatians, which is Randy West and company.
They did change names to something else. I forget what it is since then. But yeah, Home Game Enterprise, they do a lot of charity work too. So shout out to them for that.
Ceramic Dalmatian is in the Wheel of Fortune gag prize?
Yes.
Correct, sir. Game show tribute band of the same individuals.
Apparently. Carry on, Brian.
So we're going to, I want to show you guys, this is what caused the research phase from earlier. We got a lovely set of plug reads here from Rod Roddy that John Ritchie has incorporated into his program.
No audio. You didn't share the audio, Brian. Did anybody notice that winning total was over $1 million?
The Bissell Double Action Floor Sweeper snaps up dirt and litter off carpets and bare floors. Great for quick pickups and clean vacuuming from Bissell. Plus, Kentucky Fried Chicken gift certificates and special thermal bag. Don't forget the fresh made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits, too. All from Kentucky Fried Chicken. And Sidewalk Motocross Fun by Headstrom. Knobby tires, mag wheels on a 16-inch bike from Headstrom. We put fun on wheels. Also, Success Boil and Bag Rice. Perfect every time. Once you tasted Success, nothing else will do. Plus, 4 gallons of super scrubbable, True Fast, Easy Care, latex, flat wall, and trim finish for walls and woodwork, only at True Value hardware stores. And Maximum Strength Cortisone 5 gets under your itch for fast.
I don't know where this man gets
guaranteed.
this stuff.
See package for details.
Honestly, I'm going to lower that a little bit here. But I mean, look at how spot on that looks.
Very well done.
If I had to venture a guess, it was probably pulled from the actual audio from episodes recorded.
And he probably had access to studio masters.
Mm-hmm.
And original credit names too.
Now, I shout out a lot of people here, right? Especially those who have recreated the show. But the next person that I honestly have to sit back and give a shout out to, and this is a 9-minute video, but we're going to actually run this in full. I have to give the biggest props to Mr. Javon Hamilton, a man who over the past, 10, 12 years,
decade plus,
something along those lines, has faithfully, from scratch, recreated multiple times now the music of Pressure Luck, adding just a tiny hint of modernness to it, but still staying faithful to the original composition. On top of that, he even went so far as to create an entire mock-up demonstration using 3D graphics and rendering of the set with his own audio cues, and to some extent predicted the Elizabeth Banks bonus round.
To some extent.
But I'm going to go ahead and go to the clip. Gentlemen, I ask that you please not interrupt the clip while it's playing. I know it's 9 minutes long, but it's very audio heavy. And I would like the viewers to be able to gain the full benefit of being able to hear the audio uninterrupted, because this stuff is an absolute masterpiece. And while Javen has moved on to other projects outside of Pressure Luck, we thank him for his contributions to the community, if nobody else hasn't. We will make sure we link to this in our show description. This is the bonus game I was telling you guys about that he kind of half predicted. Fun fact, this is the same prize queue you heard in our software earlier because there is no other good prize queue out there from the original show. I don't know about you gentlemen, but every time I watch this video, I get goosebumps. This man's ability with this music package was just absolutely insane.
And the 3D software. I mean, he cites his use of software, too.
And he even puts the original credits up there. Or at least part of them.
Crazily well done. This is a work of art right here.
Again, shout out to Javon Hamilton.
I'll analyze the patterns for next week on that board.
If his references were spot on, I'm pretty sure the patterns were correct. Bless you, Mr. Harry. Now, really quickly, I know I said something in our private chat, but I do want to throw in one thing super quick. And hopefully Eric can do this where it's in the background. The video is in the background. And actually, you know what? We could just do it the other way. We could just do it this way.
Because all you would need to do is have it as the fourth screen, leave the audio playing, and that's how it would be in the background.
Yeah. So, for those of you on the American Whammy Productions team, or if you happen to be watching, since I did share this to my personal Facebook earlier, or if you happen to just, randomly stumble across this, you will always notice that before we do a pressure luck, I am usually off in a corner somewhere with headphones on. This is a time-honored tradition of mine, and I basically psych myself up. I hype myself up for the Pressure Luck show. This cue from Javon that I am about to play is actually what I listened to. Without fail, the winner's cue that he has redesigned and done can psych me up every single time. I'm going to go ahead and play it. And like I said before, I'm going to kill the volume on this just slightly here. It's blasting my headphones. He has redone every cue and then some. Like added new cues in the Pressure Luck style that fit perfectly with the show. Our software, at least at one point in the past, I don't know if it can do it right now, was capable of doing the entire show using Javen sound cues.
It'll be re-added
as opposed to the original ones. Our own software, which we'll talk about a lot more in depth next week alongside Michael Larson, has been rebuilt a couple of times throughout its lifetime. But there's a little bit of inside information that you gentlemen probably previously didn't know.
Usually when we do a live stage show and it's Brian and myself doing it, he'll host episode 1, I'll host episode 2. For me, it's just hearing that intro hit. That's what gets me going.
If Winner's Q can't get me going, our intro video, which is actually the same intro video that you saw me do earlier, from the game show network logo onward, That was our standard Press Your Luck video intro. I just added the board loop part at the front for our normal 60-second countdown.
I think it's time for us to take a break.
if I don't get if that doesn't psych me up, then I'm not in the mood to host a Press Your Luck, and that's not good. That music package and this show, without a doubt, is one of the very few things that, and you can go ahead and, because I've segued into my final thought without even having segued into my final thought properly. But you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna steal my own. I'm gonna steal my own thunder here for a moment. Hashtag family show ? Press Your Luck is, as much as I have sat here and waxed poetic about other shows like Supermarket Sweep and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Let's face it, I've definitely waxed poetic about them before. Press Your Luck holds a very near and dear spot to me. It was one of, if not the earliest game show I can honestly remember watching. I discovered it on a trip. My sisters took me on a cross-country RV trip when I was a little kid. They had a satellite. We got it on Dish Network. That's when I saw it for the first time. Get a bug there, sorry. Press Your Luck, like I said, it's very near and dear to me, and it has to be top 2 for me of all time as far as game shows go. I don't give it 100 often, but like I definitely don't give out 100s very often on this show, but this is definitely a 100. You cannot do a better show than Peter Tomarken's Press Your Luck. It had everything you could possibly want out of a game show. Excitement, suspense, fast-paced drama, scandals, like the whole shebang. And for those of you wondering why haven't we talked about Michael Larson, oh, don't worry. We got, as we've said before, an entire episode dedicated to him next week, as this damn bug won't die.
Man, it's like you're trying to squash when I have programming bugs. They won't go away.
Let's not talk about how we had a convention start chanting "Big Bucks, No Bugs" once. Yeah. So I give it 100. I can't give it anything less than 100 because I don't feel it's justice otherwise.
A little.
But my final thought on the series and everything as a whole, I wish it had gone longer. I wish it had enjoyed more I wish it had enjoyed the success that The Price is Right and Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune were enjoying in that time span, right? Press Your Luck didn't really get the success and the notoriety that it truly deserved until decades after it ended. And you started seeing it in syndicated reruns on USA, on Game Show Network, now on Buzzer, or whatever, or hell, even on YouTube, right? And everybody and their grandparent has broken down Michael Larson. Hell, we're doing it next week, right? I mean, it's a game show that is almost as iconic as A Price is Right. And I will end by simply saying, rest in peace, Peter Tomarken and Rod Ruddy. The show couldn't have had the success that it had or would have been the same had anybody else done it.
A little peek behind the curtain for next week's episode. When we originally set the schedule for this month, we were running on Thursdays. Obviously, the show has since moved to Tuesdays. When we originally set the schedule for this month, Press Your Luck was named the show for the month of May because that episode would have coincided on the exact anniversary of Michael Larson's 110-237.
Oh, there's still plans for us to go live next Thursday.
I'll make it work on my schedule. I'll force it.
Yeah, same here. We've already two of us have already said we're going to force it to work on our schedule to be able to do that show that Thursday.
As editor-in-chief of American Whammy Podcast, Harry, you do not pull that face. If I pull rank, there's a reason. And damn it, I'm pulling rank on this
38th anniversary. Anniversary is as old as me. Oof.
All right, figure out next week's episode later then, I guess. Jonathan, what do you give Press Your Luck, the Tamarkin era?
Peter Tomarken is a game show icon. What this show deserved after CBS unceremoniously gave it the axe in September of '86. Oh, by the way, there's one thing I forgot to do with the non-academic credible yada yadas. September 19th, 1983 to September 26th, 1986. Also, something we forgot to mention, but not worth a huge mention, so I'll just give it like a sidebar here. College week, the high school week. Try to hit that younger demographic. What this show needed was Bill Carruthers to sell it to a syndicator. And it would have kept going into the 90s. This show had the legs, and they were cut out from underneath it by those powers that be at CBS because they were fearing a repeat of a certain incident we're going to talk about next week. Done it once before. Hesitant to do it again. But the combination of Peter Tomarken, Rod Roddy, and just the iconic moments the show has had, you damn right. 100, number 2. I would even go as far to say, if I could. But I can't. So it stays at the century.
Mr. Watkins.
I may need to go full screen on this one.
You have a button?
Uh-oh.
Ladies and gentlemen of the various lands of social media who are watching and who will be listening to this show, I have a rule. Perfection is an unattainable construct. The Joker's Wild that we do not talk about. The tic-tac-toe that we do not talk about. Bumper Stumpers and Press Your Luck. This was part of the block that aired on USA during the formative years of my childhood. That show ended September 26, 1986. 3 months, 3 days after I came into this world. There are very few shows that had the hierarchy, in my mind, that can go to Everest and beyond. There are very few shows that have such deep roots and that stay there. In my mind, and in my life. This will probably be the only time in the history of this entire show that I break my own rule.
Dramatic 100.
Great. I get to be the dick.
Oh, no.
It's not Price is Right. And I gave Price is Right a perfect 100. And in my opinion, Price is Right is the greatest game show of all time. Press Your Luck is good. It is very good. It is damn near perfect. That HEB the Eagle, come at me. It's fine. Whatever. In my humble opinion, and I say this with all reverence to Peter Tomarken, who was an incredibly underrated host as part of Press Your Luck. Tamarkin as a host is a 100. I will not deny that. Rod Roddy as the announcer for Press Your Luck is a 100. This show did not have the run that would put it in the pantheon that I hold Price is Right at. It's a 95 for me.
I can understand it. I don't agree with it. I want to say 4 seconds. I'm not going to, but I can understand the perspective.
Just like we talked about, we did our greatest game show of all time tournament available in the archives. The show that I championed throughout that tournament was Price is Right, because it is legitimately my favorite game show of all time. Price is Right has been on the air now for 50 years.
In this run.
And then like another 6-year run under Bill Cullen as well. Over the course of its 3 hosts, not counting Second Chance, because that was more of a predecessor to Press Your Luck. In the course of its 3 hosts, Peter Tomarken, Todd Newton, and now Elizabeth Banks, Press Your Luck has been on the air less than a decade. Longevity is key for me as well. Is it a format that does survive if it's given the opportunity to do so? I firmly believe that it is. And I firmly believe that it could have been one of the all-time greatest game shows. The chance was never offered to it in order to be able to do so. All right, go ahead and give me a banner here, guys. You have been listening and or watching Life is Like a Game Show. Press Your Luck, the Tamarkin Era, a presentation of American Whammy Productions, AWP Podcasts. On Twitter and on Twitch, still W2M Network on Facebook and YouTube. In addition, you can find us on all of your favorite podcast listening services: iTunes, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Spreaker, Podbean, Castbox, Overcast. Rate and review us 5 stars on Spotify. Check us out on Discord. Link is available in the show description. We are also on Google Pods and Apple Pods as well. Jonathan Nielsen is at JTN2002 on Twitter. Brian Espinosa is at The Andesian on Twitter. Eric Watkins is at Squid Sportshead. I am at HEB the Eagle. This has been Life is Like a Game Show, the Press Your Luck Tamarkin Deep Dive. And I close you before we go to our final clip with this. Whammy, whammy, I like your stuff. I laugh at you when you pop up. You're mean and sneaky, but cuddly too. That's why I wrote this poem for you. Lynn Conine, Lake Park, Georgia, age 9. You have been watching and or listening to Press Your Luck. I'm Harry Broadhurst. For Eric Watkins, Brian Espinosa, and Jonathan Nielsen, we thank you. And we'll see you next week. For Michael Larson.
All right, we're back. We're back with today's big Press Your Luck winner. Pat was $7,720. Hey!
Episode 290.
Okay, I'll put it back on. Okay, I'll put it back on. Congratulations, Pat, $7,720. Added to your previous score of $16,736, giving you a grand total of $24,456, which means you get to come back again because you're under our $25,000 limit. Congratulations.
I'm ready.
Wow. And Barbara, thank you for being with us. You've been great. You won't be going away empty-handed. I'm glad you did, Barbara. And you got some prizes for both of you, so you won't be leaving with nothing.
Enjoy.
I thank you. Good. And until next time, Tim. This is Peter Tomarken saying thanks for pressing your luck and happy Halloween.
This is Rock Buddy, shrieking on Halloween for Press Your Luck, a Carruthers Company presentation.